Hello. Hello. Hello, my funny friends. Today, we are streaming the game Stargazing Season. It is a visual novel, fan-made project by, fuck, what do they call? What's the little nickname for fans of Hollow Stars? Starites or something? Something like that. But it's just a fan-made project, um, by Hollow Stars about the boys. And I watched Roxy do the battle route, and I watched a teeny tiny bit of Andy do the Haka route before I had to go to bed. I'm here for a certain orange freak, a, a certain handsome orange freak. So I'm interested to see how that's gonna go. Um, yeah, I think I'll just pop the game open, I guess. Yay! Okay. Is everyone here who wanted to be here? Maybe I should try texting them. Hold on. Just give me a second. Yeah, they're not here yet. Oh, they've both seen the intro anyway, so we can just kind of get going, I think. Start the game. Hello, and welcome to the University of Elysium main campus. You must be here for the Elysian Summer Idle Camp. Your taxi drops you off at the gates of a majestic Gothic university. The tall, impressive gates are made from iron or steel wrought into graceful twisting forms. At the top of the gate sits the painted crest of the university, featuring 6 stars floating over a sailing ship. You pull up your bags and prepare to search for your dorm. I see him. I see him already. Oh, he can't see my mouse. Never mind. But wait, who are you? And put your name, press enter. I'm Mike. Mike! Yay! My pronouns. I'll go for the theys. I like those ones. Excellent, how wonderful to meet you. Mike, let's go see your dorm room. Once today. Campus is bustling with people preparing for the idle camp, and your dorm is certainly no different. You see a variety of people, many of them teens like you, clearly here for the camp, some with their families and others alone. You check your letter and enter what appears to be your dorm, Lyra Manor. As you walk down the hallway looking for your room, you see names posted on various doors. Altair, Axel, Bettel, Fleon, Haka, Shinri. Hi Roxy, I see you. Actually, let me do the I see you in chat. I don't see the chat on screen. Let me try to fix that. Where is it? Where is it? Where's my fucking chat? Help! Help! Go. Oh, there it is. Yay! Okay, I fixed it. We're good. Just walked down the hallway looking for your room. The other names. The Shinri. Two other names pass by, but those catch your eye. They seem familiar. Perhaps they were in your entrance packet? Your mind refocuses as you see Mike on a door at the end of the hall. This must be your room for the camp. You enter your dorm room and are quite impressed. The walls are a crisp off-white and the windows sparkle with stained glass like little paintings over the freshly made bed. There's a folder on the nearby desk. You have a couple hours of free time before the opening ceremonies begin. What do? I'm gonna go like what Andy was doing when I was watching him the other day at the beginning here. I'm just gonna do what I would do. I would definitely just start unpacking shit. I decided to prepare for camp by unpacking. You open your suitcase on the bed and move your clothing from the suitcase to the chest of drawers. You properly organize all your things, placing your notebook and composing book on your desk and a little stuffed animal on your bed. Finally, you place your guitar case next to your bed for easy access. Maybe you'll practice in your free time. Well, good, that's everything sorted. You still have some time left too. What will you do next? I want to see Shumi, but I should look at the photo. I want to see Shumi. You said leave your room and visit your neighbors. Did you notice when you pass by on the way to your room, doors are labeled with names who you visit? Shinri. You knock on the door labeled Shinri. An older looking boy with long dark hair tied back in a ponytail and aqua eyes answers. Koinichi. Oh, sorry, that's how we say hello in Zenokuni. The boy chuckles, showing off a schoolboy grin. I immediately forgot to do a voice. Hold on. I had to get water. You're Mike, right? I'm Josuji Shinri. Mind if I ask for your help with something? The boy steps back, revealing a bunch of plushies on two big beds. Half of these appear to be monsters from famous horror movies. Plushies are so cute. Look at their cuteness. Do you think I should snuggle with Fafa-chan or Sunday Dog tonight? They both look so cute. Fafa-chan, isn't that Fanil, the one with the body of a snake that ate people in that horror movie? Why did he give her such a cutesy name? In contrast, Sunday Dog is cute, dog-shaped, and decorated like a chocolate sundae with rainbow sprinkles. Just, what is up with this guy? Both? It takes breaks into a wide grin of realization. Ooh, I never thought of having two cuddle buddies for tonight, but I wish I had a bed big enough for all my plushies. That bed might take up the entire dorm room. Couldn't you just push the beds together? Or, I could just push the beds together. Thanks for helping me, Mike. You helped him? But you didn't say anything. I'll see you at dinner, okay? I've got to rearrange my plushies again. I never thought he could like cute things so much, but I guess he also has an odd definition of cute. As you exit Shinri's room, you see an adult knocking on doors. You check your watch and see that it's time for the opening ceremony. You head out the door and follow the wave of people in the hallway toward the theater stage. As you enter the theater, you notice one of the adults, presumably a fellow teacher or team leader, waving you toward the front row of seats. Hi, Adam. You nod and head in the direction, then sit in one of the seats in the front row. It's an honor to have you here at the Elysian Summer Idol Camp. I've heard so much about you. You and the teacher make small talk until the sound of an echoing mic pierces the theater. What? I actually have, like, I don't know enough about the... I don't know enough about the Dead Boys to do voices for them. Is it rude to call them the Dead Boys? Lamau. Hello, educators and future idols, and welcome to the 10th session of the Elysian Summer Idol Camp. Just got vibes. I am Vesper Noir, head of the Elysian Summer Idol Camp and Dean of the University of Elysium School of Music. I'm happy to see that everyone has settled in and made themselves at home in Lyre Manor. As you can see, I'm currently holding forth on the main stage of the Elysium Repertory Theater. This will be your stage for the Elysian Summer Idol Camp concert, so familiarize yourself with the territory. I look forward to great things from all of you, so seek to find greatness in yourselves. Now that we've covered the basics, let's introduce this session's staff. Dean Noir begins to bring up educators and team leads one by one. When he reaches Group C, he calls your name. Mike, please come to the stage. Mike is the team leader for Idol Group C, and they are one of the youngest musicians to ever attend the Elysian Conservatory. We hope that Mike can inspire all of you to do amazing things as well. You blush a bit, but nod politely, thanking Dinoir before returning to your seat as he gestures for you to leave the stage. The remainder of the opening ceremony goes by fairly quickly as everyone is introduced to the crowd of young future idols. Dean Noir ends the ceremony by thanking everyone for attending, and then the crowd slowly shuffles out. You check your schedule and find that it is time for dinner in the Lyra Manor cafeteria. You follow a crowd of teenagers around your age to a grand... Oh, I accidentally right-clicked. You follow a crowd of teenagers around your age to a grand wooden hall where the smell of warm, tasty food hovers in the air. You get in line and are looking over the cafeteria food when... What can I do for you today, kiddo? We got a real smorgasbord tonight. You're a bit startled, but decide to get... Egg pep parmesan. Yes! As you collect your tray and leave the line, your mouth waters at the tantalizing smell of your food. It's been a long day and you're definitely hungry. Even so, you take a few moments to look around the seating area. To your left is a gable of giggling teens in matching outfits. Aren't they a part of that new rock band, the Sharpshooters? Did they come as a group? And further back toward the fireplace, isn't that the Marikana, the Golden Voice? Or isn't that the Marikana, the Golden Voice? They say she never let her wheelchair get in the way of her singing. That's an interesting thing to say, I guess. But whatever. This camp is truly impressive in its scope of talents. You hadn't really realized how wide-ranging it is. Perhaps you should review your folder. Anyway, it's time to eat. You look around for a seat and decide to try to sit. all these guys. We're by myself. Over Shinri. His aqua eyes light up upon seeing you. Mike, thanks for helping me out earlier. Arigato gozaimasu. Wait. Arigato gozaimasu. Is that another Zenokuni saying? He must be pleased. You smile at him and begin to eat your dinner. What brings you to this camp? I heard you're quite the talent. I want to see how far I could go as a musician. You? As for me, I want to realize my dreams. Dreams? It's been a while since you had any dreams other than vaguely being successful. You're just focused on music. It seems like the easy path for you to take, and besides, you could always teach music to schools if it doesn't work out. After all, not everyone can be a star. After all, dreams and emotions will make art alive. That quote was from an anime, actually. One of those slice of life ones with the cute girls. This is a surprise. You would have assumed he enjoyed action shows more. My dream is to be an idol. I want the chance to make everyone happy and smile. But I also want to educate people too. Tell them about cool monsters and where they came from. Shinri begins to babble on about some mythical monster as vague dreams rattle around in your head. Could even you, who always plays it slow and safe, have a dream? You find the classroom with the sign Idol Group C taped to the nearby wall. The door is wide open and lively chatter from inside echoes into the corridor. You pause outside the classroom for a moment, shifting your camp folder from one arm to the other. You quickly scan the room. Boys! More boys! Yay! Axel is sitting on one of the desks talking with Altair, who sits in a chair next to him. You also see Shinri studying the papers in his hand while Haka chatters into his ear. You enter the room, and shortly after, Betel and Fleon arrive. Fleon smiles shyly at you as the two of them find a spot, all while Betel talks loudly about curtains, ladders, and bad luck. You start wondering how to get everyone's attention. When a loud bang makes everyone jump a little, you turn to find the source. Everyone pauses in their tracks as Betel momentarily looks confused. Yes, it's your wife. He is here. Betel grips his knee with a grimace of pain and a stream of expletives. When he's forced to stop in order to breathe, you decide to speak up. Are you okay? I'm never okay, but this is worse than being never okay. I've probably broken my knee, I'm gonna end up being sent home, a complete and utter failure. This whole thing is a mess, I'm a mess, and why is this table even here? He stops to take a breath and Fleon breaks in. He's fine, don't worry about it. Are you sure? Yeah, if it gets worse, I'll just squeeze him so hard that his knee stops hurting. But more importantly, you've been wanting to get the meeting going, right? Why don't you get started? Leon seems... both. Observant. Pretty observant. Did he notice that you were trying to figure out how to start? You decide to take him up on his offer and look at the rest of the group. Okay, I guess we can get things started. For those who missed it, my name is Mike, and I'm in charge of leading Idol Group C. Before I go into the details for today, can I ask everyone to introduce yourselves to the rest of the group? Maybe also tell us one thing about yourself, if you're comfortable with that. You nod to the closest person, who happens to be Altair. He gives everyone a gentle smile. Me first? Alrighty then. Hi everyone, my name is Regis Altair, and I'm... An asshole! My turn! I'm Axel Sirios. Axel? Altair whips around to glare at his friend, who simply grins and shrugs. You were acting so stiff, man. I figured I'd lighten up the room a bit. Are you supposed to respond to this? Luckily, you're safe from having to say anything when Who's Hoppa? When Haka speaks up with a wide grin. I'll go next. My name's Banzuin Haka. Nice to meet you all. I'm really excited to be here. Hello, I'm Josuji Shinri. For one thing about myself, I guess I'm not super great at singing, but I'm ready to learn with everyone. Wow, someone actually remembered the question. Flayon pushes his hand in the air and waves shyly. Me next. My name is Machina X Flayon. I'm really happy to meet everyone. I'm kind of nervous, but I think this week will be a ton of fun. He takes a breath, and you look at Bettel, but Bettel is examining his knee, still looking doleful. Also, for the one thing about myself, I really love helping people. So if you ever need a sympathetic ear, come look for me. And that's my introduction. You look at Bettel again, but now he's rubbing his knee while making grumbling noises to himself. What are we supposed to be doing during these meetings anyway? I know we have to prepare for the concert, but... Haka, didn't you read the introduction package? What introduction package? They say simultaneously. You threw it away, didn't you, Axel? I ain't got time to read essays. I'm here to do stuff, not sit in my ass like I'm in actual class. Axel seems... These are both the same answer, but also Dingo is more of a wild animal, so I say Dingo. You can't decide if it's in a good or a bad way, though. Kind of like an unruly pet, maybe? And besides, this camp is short, right? So we gotta make the most of it. I want to practice and perform. I don't want to waste time reading. Okay, maybe he's a bit different? No, still like a dog. You can't get rid of that impression, unfortunately. Before things escalate further between the two, you decide to step in. You open your folder and withdraw some papers. It's okay, I have some extras here. I printed them just in case. You pass the extra copies to Axel and Haka. I need water already. We have to brainstorm and plan for our group performance at the end of camp. That means we have to think of our theme, style, and costumes together. I was thinking that today we can each suggest a theme first, discuss each other's ideas, maybe, and... I was thinking that today we can each suggest a theme first, discuss each other's ideas, and maybe hold a vote at the end if we can't decide. You need Oxford comma in there, that was hard to read. The room falls silent for a moment. Oh no, did you jump into business too quickly? Excuse me! You turn to him with some relief. Yes? My name is Gavis Bettel. I wasn't sure I'd make it here, but I guess I'm stuck here now, so nice to meet you all, thanks. He gesticulates widely as he speaks, and as he does, his fingertips whisk dangerously near a pencil holder. Be careful. Whack, clatter. Too late. You okay? Bettel stares at the pencils rolling around on the floor. After a moment, he looks up and nods at you firmly. Yep, that's all I wanted to say. You can keep going. He ducks beneath the table, and there are clattering sounds as he tries to grab the pencils on the floor. Need some help? No. Contrary to his dejected response, Bettle's head pops out from under the desk and he glares at his friend. Look, I didn't get to introduce myself, so I felt like I needed to. Bettle seems like he has bad luck. Yeah. Oops, I keep accidentally right-clicking. Like he gets himself into some unlucky situations. First his knee, then the pencils. Flayon jumps down to grab 2 more pencils and stuffs them in the container Bettle's gripping. Shinri also picks up one that had rolled towards him and offers it to Bettle. Thanks. You look down at your papers during their back and forth. Leading a group is tougher than expected. Let's get back on track. Come on. We got shit to do. Should we go back to brainstorming? If we can't think of anything, how about we start off by naming some concerts that we really enjoyed watching? To your relief, some of them nod, so you gently kickstart the conversation and get the group back on track. With some help from Altair and a few reasonable suggestions from Shinri, the group gets some ideas together. There are some pretty wild proposals from Axel and Haka, but overall everyone starts getting into it toward the end of the meeting. The bell rings, so you wrap it up and everyone grabs their belongings before filtering out of the room. As you're putting away your things, you hear a noise in the room. Alan? You look up to see Flayon lingering in the doorway after everyone had already left. What's up? Forget something? He fidgets for a moment. I, just wanted to say thanks for, helping out and stuff. It's just the first day, but I have a feeling we're gonna do great with you as our group leader. He sounds a bit shy as he speaks, but he looks sincere. You can't help but feel a bit of warmth at his acknowledgement. Thanks. I was a bit nervous today, but I'm glad everyone seems to be getting along. Yeah, thanks to you. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Good night. He hurries out of the room before you can say anything else. You slip the last of your papers away with a smile. The room is finally empty, so you take a deep breath before slumping into your chair. This was more difficult than you expected. At the very least, the whole group seemed like decent people, and it was obvious that they were all here because they wanted to learn. But will they really be able to get along well enough? Okay, hold on, let me start over again. But will they really be able to get along well enough for the final performance? And are you really qualified to be Group C's leader? You fiddle with your papers, then finally put them away with a sigh. No point fretting. Only time will tell where this week will take you. I'm supposedly doing this for 3 to 4 more hours. I'm already stumbling. With the meeting over, it's time to go to bed. Your bed is nicely made and ready for sleep. You put on your pajamas, go down the hall to the shared restroom to brush your teeth and get everything ready for tomorrow. The cloud PJs are cute. Now it's time for sleep. Second day. Tuned today. You wake up with the sun shining into your eyes, ready and refreshed for your first real day of camp. You get dressed, head down the hall to the bathroom to brush your teeth, then make your way down to the Lyra Manor cafeteria for some much-needed breakfast. That said much-needed. I was like, yeah, I need some munchies right now. What was I doing? I don't remember. Rise and shine, kiddo. Today's actually, should I just give these two silly voices? Because I don't know them. You're doing great, sweetie. Thank you. Rise and shine, kiddo. Today's breakfast special is Eggs Benedict with a side of fruit salad, prepared by yours truly. Eat up and enjoy your day. He grins widely as he passes you a tray with the meal he has described. You want to be petty at his morning energy, but the food just smells so good. You take your tray and look for a place to sit. Looks like there's a seat by Shinri. Koiheo, did you sleep well? Have any good dreams? Your ears perk up at the mention of dreams. To be honest, you don't even remember what you dreamed about last night. I slept well with all my plushies. By the way, thanks again for your help yesterday. Papa-chan is such a good cuddle buddy. He's a little strange, but oddly endearing. Just how many plushies do you have? A whole ton. I try to resist buying new ones, but they're just so cute. Do you have any plushies? Not as many as you, I bet. Looks around my room. I might be competition. I might be competition. She was made for you. No, the problem is, if in the hypothetical scenario where we shared a living space or something, half of the square footage would be taken up by plushies. Shinri chuckles, brushing away a strand of dark hair falling in his eyes. I want a whole house full of them. Well, apparently he would like that. Maybe it's good. So, any plans for today? I was thinking of going to dance class with Haka. Be the plushie's apartment. Yeah, it's the plushie's apartment. We're all just living in it. Oh, right, you have classes today. Or you could just play hooky. Up to decide, huh? This idol camp has so many options. Aren't you also in the teacher talent show tonight? You could use this time to practice a little more. I sure would like to see you in dance class. No pressure, though. You seem really nice. Same to you. Sorry, I'm just figuring out what to do today. Shinri takes a sip of his black coffee as he looks around. This campus is pretty big. Who knows what kind of people we'll meet. I hope I get along well with my teammates and you. Oh, that's just pre-class thoughts talking. Ignore those. All we can do is live in the moment, and right now, that moment is breakfast. He's so cute. He's so cute. Shinri digs into his food as you do the same. As you finish your food and put everything away, you give him a reassuring smile. You head out into the hallway and head toward the electives classrooms. You arrive in the classroom wing of Lyra Manor in time to see students moving toward various classrooms. Which class shall you attend today? Oh, cool. I could just check this whenever. Double check his dance class, yeah. Okay, dance class. Go hang out with Shinri. You enter the dance classroom to see several students removing their jackets and stretching. Someone who looks suspiciously like the cafeteria server winks at you conspiratorially, but it couldn't possibly be him, could it? He grins widely before returning to his notes. As you remove your jacket and finish stretching, the grinning man walks up to a podium and taps it with his hand. Hello, future idols. I am your dance instructor, Professor Magni Desmond. You may call me the Great Magni Desmond, or, you know, just Magni. He cringed slyly. For today's class, I want everyone to pair up and do some partner stretches and coordinated dance exercises after we do our warm-up exercises. As a member of an idol group, you will often find yourself working with others. I want you to make each other look good out there. He gestures emphatically, then begins to demonstrate warm-up exercises and have the students follow them. After that, as stated, it is time to pair up for the coordinated exercises. You look around and decide. Pair with Shinri. It's all orange all the way down. Shinri gives you a friendly smile and waves as you approach him. Okori, I'm looking forward to being partners with you. That must be yet another Xenokuni saying. You should write these down. I find dancing to be pretty easy. After all, it helped with my bow training back in Xenokuni. He knows how to do archery? That's hot. You see, Xenokuni archery, or Kyudo, is kind of like a choreographed dance in a way. Place your feet like this, and move your body like that. Shinri mimes drawing an imaginary bow. He looks almost graceful. It's not about whether you hit it dead center, you just have to clear your mind. In dancing terms, it would be like feeling the rhythm and becoming one with the beat. You have to make your body light and focus on the feeling, you know? He's a pretty good teacher. Perhaps he taught classes back in Xenokuni? All Xenokunian youth have to go through dance training. It helps limber our bodies and focus our minds for battle. Aka can attest to that. He nods in the direction of the boy with his hair tied in a long purple and white ponytail. You mean, like, midterms and final exams, right? Shinri chuckles, his laughter surprisingly light from such a deep voice. Back in Xenokuni, we have to defend our land against corruption beasts. Oh, they're the ones from, like, fantasy land, and everyone else is just, like, normal except Flayon, who's from, like, sci-fi land, I guess. Like, I don't know. There's lore, I guess. Corruption beasts? You remember hearing about some great corruption beast battle in history class. Thankfully, there are no corruption beasts here to ruin this summer retreat. It's no big deal, really, but I'm thankful for this little break. But judging by the look on your face, I assume you haven't fought with any? Most of my problems involve doing my homework and stressing over test scores. That reminds me of a time when Haka slept in, so he had to run with a piece of toast in his mouth. I'm gonna be late for school! And my parents stress over test scores too. They want me to do they want me to go to a good university and get a good job. They're okay with this idle stuff as long as I study. Do you get good grades? Can we not focus on grades? It's summer break. He's so cute. He is so cute. Shinri laughs and scratches the back of his head. Sorry, it's a force of habit. Back in Xenokuni, they place the test scores up in the hallway for all to see. I'm always in the top 10 in my school. Your mouth hangs open in shock as Shinri laughs some more. Yeah, I don't look it right. My schedule is packed back home. Anyway, I guess we should start our coordinated exercises? Oh right, you're supposed to be in dance class. This is dance class, not talk to Shinri class. Come on, let's go. Thankfully, we do a lot of coordinated exercises for training back home. Think you can keep up with me, Mike? I'll be happy to teach you. The thing is, like, met Haka, but Shinri is too. Yeah, I know you met Haka. Like, I did not think I didn't know you meant Haka. They're both cute. I was gonna say, like, I don't know. I have memory problems, so I'm not gonna like remembering choreography, but like, I'm not like bad at the moving part, I guess. I don't know which one of these I should put. I guess do the middle one. A bit iffy, but I'll do my best if you're patient. The rest of the class goes smoothly, with Shinri going at your pace and gently correcting any mistakes you make. You find the exercise is pretty easy thanks to you and Shinri becoming closer. Seems to have a warmth that allows you to share anything with him. It helps that he's so easygoing and relaxed as well. Dancing really makes you work up a sweat, as well as a mighty hunger. Good thing it's time to head to lunch. The great Manya Desmond is there somehow, serving lunch behind the cafeteria counter. You eye him quizzically, but he seems to have no response other than to look back at you discerningly. Maybe he is just a cafeteria worker, weirdo. Marvelous to see you again, kiddo. I'm giving the same voice anyway, I don't care. For lunch today, I recommend a hearty vegetarian meal, ratatouille with a side of a fresh spinach souffle, created and served by yours truly. He spins his ladle between his fingers, then scoops up the ratatouille with a meaty grin. That's an interesting way to say it. Especially considering he just said it's a vegetarian meal. You grab your tray, scoff, and head off to find a seat. Ultimately, you look around and decide to sit by Shinri. Shinri gives you a big smile as you sit beside him. Dance class was fun, wasn't it? I learned so much from Magni. As he talks, you can't help but notice his hand. It's blue, like water. Shinri catches your gaze and smiles warmly. I didn't mean to stare. It's okay. If you really want to know what happened, the corruption beast got me. Shinri mentioned something about fighting corruption beasts earlier. Like 2 minutes ago, thank you. It doesn't hurt, but my hand looks weird. It happened a few months ago while I was out hunting for them. I suppose it could have been worse, but thankfully my clan's dragon protected me. The water dragon is said to protect all members of the Josuiji clan, a blessing from our ancestors. I've never seen the dragon in person, but my parents told me I was born under his blessing. I guess that's why I escaped mostly unscathed that day. The corruption hasn't spread either. What would you say if you saw the dragon? What? My hand. I keep accidentally pressing my click. Shinri's face bursts into a big silly grin. Well, I've asked him to eat with me at a restaurant. I bet he's never had modern cuisine. What would an ancestral dragon eat at a restaurant? Would they even know how to use utensils? Just then, the carillon rings. You and Shinri share a laugh, then you take your tray to the receptacle and head out to prepare for your team meeting. everyone. Should we pick it up? What if it bites? You should try biting it instead. Huh? What am I? Some sort of dog? How about you bite it? Sure, if you give me some money, I will. Oh, what about frying it up? It looks tasty. You're gonna get, infected with some disease. I bet it's, some weird creature from the netherworld. It's here to take over Elysium or something. What is that thing, even? The words are barely out of Bettle's mouth before Shinri is crouching next to the strange creature. You watch nervously as he examines the unexpected visitor. Meanwhile, Flayon fully closes the half-open window and peers down at a feather that had escaped its owner. Probably when it had first flown in at an alarming speed and crashed directly into Bettle. Look at this! I've never seen a feather like this before. It's super shiny! Hey, Haka, know anything about it? Huh? Why would I know anything about it? I don't know. I think Shinri mentioned something about you and birds. Shinri smoothly interrupts before Haka can respond. It's still breathing, and I don't think it's sick or anything. With that conclusion, he reaches out and pokes the bundle of feathers that was lying on the floor at your feet. At his poke, it lets out a small cheep of protest and stirs slightly. Haka crouches next to Shinri and also gently nudges it. Hey, little buddy, you okay there? The bird creature thing twitches again, and then its large ears perk up in sudden attention. It's so cute. It's so cute. Oh, hi, Dama. How's it going? You take a nervous step back when it cheeps as it suddenly hops upright with a squawk, one wing flapping in surprise. Almost as if he was waiting for it, Haka starts making cheeping sounds at it. Cheep, 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 cheep. I did too early. Cheep, 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 cheep. The bird fixes him with a stare and makes a demanding chirp. Haka immediately squawks back. Haka seems like a bird, like a loud bird. He is a loud. That's just a description of him. He's a loud bird. You can't think of any description more appropriate for a Haka at that moment, especially as the two continue exchanging noises. Is this supposed to be a conversation? Shh, they're communicating. Bird-to-bird communication. At Haka's loudest squawk, the creature cheeps demandingly, ruffles its feathers, and cocks its head at Haka questioningly. Hey, I think it likes me! Are you okay, little guy? Are you hurt from the fall? Where'd you come from? Despite the creature's odd looks, Haka's tone softens and he coos at it as if talking to his own pet. Your impression of him adjusts rapidly. He seems compassionate. He's a compassionate bird. Like a compassionate person. He has a look of gentle concern as he offers the bird a finger to examine. Hey, for real, man? Hey, for real, man, what is that thing? Can we cook it? Can we cook it and eat it? I keep stumbling. There's too many voices to juggle. There's 6 boys. While you don't think you should be cooking it, you think everyone has the same question. What the heck is it? With its iridescent feathers, large ears, and strange beak, all you can think is cute, weird. It does look kind of tasty. It's very cute. So cute. It doesn't even matter what it is. It's so cute. What's even stranger is that the creature doesn't seem to care that 7 humans are standing in a circle around it in an odd stare-off. It seems more curious, examining each person one by one, as if it can see into everyone's hearts with its wide, sparkly eyes. It's so cute! Let's keep it. I'm not sure that's... We are not keeping that thing. Nah, man, let's take it to a hot pot. The bird... Oh wait, how is it? How is he? How pout? Is that's the joke, right? How pout? The bird swivels its head around and fixes a rather unerring stare on Axel. Axel bristles at it. What? You want to fight, you punk? Why is it staring at me like that? Oh, I bet it understood hot pot. Maybe it's hungry. You don't think Axel meant that he wants to feed it. Shinri grabs his bag and digs inside. After a moment, he pulls out an uneaten onigiri and begins unwrapping it. At the sound of the crinkling wrapper, the creature immediately takes a hop closer, its head cocked curiously and eyes sparkling in anticipation. Everyone watches as Shinri breaks off some rice and places it on the floor nearby. Oop, it seems to like it. I like this little, contemplative face. Little bird moment. Me, I want to feed it. Shinri offers him the onigiri, and a Flayon crouches down and mimics Shinri's actions, breaking off a piece and placing it on the floor. I don't know if this is a good idea. Aren't you not supposed to feed wildlife? Does that even count as wildlife? Look at it. You all watch as it happily gobbles up the rice that Flayon was feeding it. It seems pretty comfortable with humans, so it's probably fine. He rises to his feet and peers out the window. The way it came zooming in like that, I thought that maybe it was a baby bird, but there aren't any nests nearby that I can see. Let's make it the mascot for our show. Huh? Only if it wants to. At the very least, I don't know if it should be flying yet. It took a pretty hard fall when it bumped into metal. Excuse me, is no one going to ask how I'm doing after being dive-bombed by that weird monster creature? How you doing, man? I'm doing great, thanks, man. Should we hand it over to the dean? I heard he's kind of knowledgeable about these things. I'm sure it's fine to keep here for now. The creature, you decide to just call it a bird for now, is finished eating and has resumed looking at everyone. Excuse me. All of a sudden, it hops towards you and cheeps, head cocked. What is it? You unthinkingly crouch down, and to your surprise, the bird hops closer and jumps on your knee. Oh! It likes you! Understandable, to be honest. Yep, it's got good taste. I'd do the same if I were it. Huh? You see a disarming smile, an innocent expression that is a sharp contrast to his rather forward comment. Shinri seems uncensored. A little uncensored from the way that comment just slipped naturally out of him. You're not sure whether to be concerned or not. You duck your head in embarrassment and nervously reach your finger out toward the bird. I need some water. Yeah. It rubs its head against your finger and chirps before hopping onto your wrist. Although it's about half a foot tall, including its ears, it's surprisingly light. Its claws are firm but gentle on your skin, and it bobs a bit for balance as you rise to your feet. Did you want to go outside? You slide the window open again, but the bird makes no move to leave. Are you hurt from your fall? As if in response, it flutters one wing and gives a plaintive cheep. I guess it might not be ready to fly. Comet. Huh? I was trying to think of a name for it. Meatball! The smile that Altair directs toward Axel is somehow both friendly and terrifying. Hey Axel, remember that time when you... Before Altair even finishes speaking, Axel hurriedly backs off, hands raised in surrender. Whoa, man, no need to overreact, just a little hee-hee-ha-ha, you know? Although you're intensely curious about what Altair is talking about, Haka jumps in, interrupting the two. What about Twinkle? Its feathers are all sparkly. Not Rag. You look over at Flayon and Shinri. I'm bad at naming things, but it kind of looks like a bandit to me. I like Wayfinder. Wait, why is everyone naming it all of a sudden? And why are you encouraging this? Back up a minute, I don't know if we can actually keep it. As if in response, the bird hops its way to your shoulder and rubs its head against your cheek. Okay, fine. I guess it's staying here for now. Yes! I'll bring some food and water for it later. It'll probably also need to be cleaned up after if it's hanging out in here. If it's badly injured though, we'll need to take it to a vet. As you listen, you think Altair seems... both. I accidentally clicked. I meant to hit the leader one. A little bit scary from Axel's reaction earlier. It seems like there's a darker side to his gentle demeanor, although maybe that's just the way he needs to deal with Axel. Yeah, that's fair. That's an entirely fair point, not gonna lie. I'll grab some cleaning supplies after class. I can help. I want to help too! Why are they so in sync after just 2 days of hanging out with each other? Alright, we can take turns looking after it, I guess. Hopefully the creature doesn't make too much of a mess. Oh my god, why are my fingers so twitchy? You should pick a name for it too. Good idea. Me? Yeah, you're Group C's leader after all, why not? You look around the room and see everyone nodding in assent, so you finally surrender to the situation. Alright, I'll try to pick a name, I guess. You can think about it tonight. Now that's settled. I'm cracking down on these boys. We gotta get our shit together. I know it's exciting and distracting, but we should focus on more performance prep. Did anyone come up with any more ideas after yesterday's discussion? With your words, everyone comes to attention and settles into business. The flow of conversation feels better than yesterday, and everyone starts getting excited about the performance. You have to offer some input here and there, but overall you're starting to feel pretty good about this whole group leading thing. As they discuss ideas, you take notes and remind yourself to organize everything for them later. As if on cue, the bell rings. Excited for dinner, the boys begin to file out. You gently place the creature on a nearby desk. Hang out here for a while, okay? I'll get some food for you after our dinner. Oops. Shoot. Can I go back? Is there a back button? Hold on. Is there a back button? I don't think so. Whatever. I just missed a line. You pull off your sweater and begin folding it into something resembling a bird nest when a towel is thrust into your vision. You look up and realize that someone had lingered in the room while everyone else had left. Haka? Here, use this. You realize then that Haka had lingered in the room while everyone else had left. Somewhat embarrassed, you take it. Thank you. With Haka's help, you both make what's hopefully a comfortable bed for the bird. Here, buddy, you can rest in this for now. It examines the small space that Haka points to and apparently deems it sufficient. With a small hop, it nestles into it with a satisfied chirp. It's so cute! I really wonder what it is, though. Maybe we can check the library for something. I'll bring it some food and then maybe head there if I have time. I can help if you'd like. Grateful for his enthusiasm, you take up his offer. Thanks, Haka. No problem. Let's go to dinner first, though. The others are probably waiting. Speech bubble. What was the speech bubble? I think I missed it. You nod eagerly, and with one last glance at the resting creature, you follow after him and close the door firmly behind. Oh, that's the log. What was the line? What was the line I missed? Performance prep. I think it was just maybe you should make a temporary bed for it. Okay, that's fine. I understand. Thank you for letting me know how to what all these fucking 10 buttons do. You nod eagerly with one last glance at the resting creature, you follow after him and close the door firmly behind you. It was going to be a busier week than you expected, but with the group's help, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. I keep yawning. He's there again, plating up something for the person in front of you with his showy manner. Does he never take a break? You think for a moment, then decide to ask him just that when he says, I live to serve, kiddo, and tonight I'm serving heaping portions of beef and cheese lasagna made by my lovely cooking apprentice. Huge and tasty, perfect for growing teens. Oh, and if you see my apprentice, tell him Magni said to let him know it was magnifique. He raises... Wait, hang on, two eyes. I saw, wait. The kid's contagious. He raises his fingers to his lips and makes that chef-kissing gesture. Yeah, he really is a weirdo. Sucking my fingers like the Italian chef. You nod at him politely, not making eye contact, and head to the toppings and condiments bar to find something for the bird creature to eat. Surely something here would work? After some internal deliberation, you pick out an assortment of seeds and greens. Why did they have seeds in the salad bar? What kind of seeds are, what kind of, sesame seeds? Why are there seeds in the salad bar? Head out to the seating area to find a seat. You sit by Shinri. You take a seat beside Shinri, who greets you with a smile. Konnichiwa, are you ready for the talent show tonight? As ready as I'll ever be, I suppose. I can't wait to see you perform, but first you should eat well. Shinri takes a big bite of his food and smiles happily. The food here is so good. I like that it comes free with the camp. Yeah, it tastes like home cooking. My parents... Oh my god. Just the crying immediately, wow. That took me off guard, the crying fight. My parents, well, starting from when I entered Zenokuni in middle school, they left me on my own. So I usually have to plan and prep meals myself most days. I'm a really good cook, though. Perhaps I could make you and the rest of the group a meal sometime. It's too bad the upcoming beach trip isn't an overnight one. I'd hunt some game and roast over a fire. I don't think they would give visiting teens hunting licenses, sadly. Plus, I heard camping trips were banned from this school when Dean Noir had to fight up a hungry bear with a spear. Well, maybe I can catch some fish at the beach and grill it for you guys. I'm good at fishing, too. I would also make s'mores, but I'm afraid I don't have much of a sweet tooth. I prefer street foods, like those kebabs from the carts on the sidewalk. Do you guys have those here? I'm rather unfamiliar with the local eats myself. If I could treat everyone to one. They're so good and cheap, too. But how does the cafeteria put so much quality into so much food? Surely it can't be that easy. You two chat about the foods you like a little more until it's time to get ready for a performance. Shinri gives you a thumbs up for good luck. Excuse me. Why do I keep yawning? I think I'm just talking too much. I keep yawning. Back in your room, you get into your concert outfit and do a few last checks of your guitar before placing it in its case for transport. You make your way to the theater and find a seat near the front. Dean Noir nods inattentively in your direction. I right-clicked again. You're clearly busy with the last preparations as campgoers make their way to seats in the theater. You open up a pocket in your guitar case to check the schedule and confirm that you'll be going third as you lead Idol Group C. Just got a little like shit all over the guitar case. That's cute. The lights dim and Dean Noir clears his throat to make a welcoming speech. I gave Magni a dumb voice. What stupid voice should I give Noir? Hello again, I am Vesper Noir, head of the Elysian Summer Idol Camp and Dean of the University of Elysium School of Music. And I am pleased to welcome you to this evening's entertainment. Tonight we shall have our educators performing for you all, including the retired idol Dai Senpai, our singing class instructor. Oh my god, LMAO. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Dean Noir gestures to the stage and then exits to his left. I decided to go vaguely papyrus with it. I think I don't know where this is coming from, but I'm gonna keep going with it. The first two teachers leading idol groups A and B are performers from the same idol group. They team up and give the high quality performance expected from such a prestigious idol camp. Jesus. Their music is extremely catchy and their dancing is impeccable. The audience cheers wildly and a few even wave glow sticks. Where'd they get those? No pressure, but you're up next. You recognize that as more of a musician than an idol, you should focus on what you do best. You open your guitar case, grab your guitar, and approach the stage. Is this the same art for all three sets of pronouns, or do they make different ones? If it's the same art, it's really fun just assigning everyone like tan and androgynous. Up on stage, you tune your guitar and begin to play and sing one of your compositions. It's very emotionally moving, and you sway gently to the music. It's as though you're enveloped in your own sound. Eventually, you come out of your musical trance to the audience's thunderous applause. Dean Noir grins at you from the first row as you bow and get down off the stage. Same for all three, yeah. It's Fuck your pronouns. You're tan and androgynous with long hair. That's what you get. You notice your idol team at various spots in the audience. You grab your guitar case and decide to sit with Shinri. You take a seat next to Shinri, who smiles warmly at you. Koimete do medito. Koimedito. You did amazing. You smile back at him. Thanks, but how did I really do? Shinri thinks for a moment, a frown of concentration on his face. While your playing was nice, it lacked soul? I don't know how to put it. It sounded like you didn't have a dream in your heart. Okay, cheesy motherfucker. Your mind flashes back to the conversation you had yesterday about dreams. Well, it's highly unlikely I'll be a big-name professional musician. I don't have the it factor, or the money. Still, it's good to have dreams, especially when you're young. Now he sounds like an old man despite his youthful appearance. Say, so you did have the talent and or money. What would you like to do? You think for a moment, highly unrealistic dreams racing through your head. Well, I'd put out a few albums, go on tours, and live happily in a home full of music. But what draws you to music? Surely something must have spoken to you. It seemed like the path for me ever since I was a kid. I can't remember how or why, though. Why did you compose that song you just played? You rack your brain trying to figure out what drew you to write that composition. Yeah, I'm sorry for all yawning. It keeps happening to me. It was based on an experience I had in middle school. I think the first one is something I would actually like. Be like, ooh. I guess that sounds a bit silly, come to think of it. Hold on to that feeling. Keep it close to you when you compose another song. You have to keep whimsy in your heart, or you will die. Small emotions like that can grow into big dreams. Did a small emotion make you realize your dream of becoming an idol? It did indeed. As the next person takes the stage, your mind races. Could what Shinri said be true? Could a small seed of emotion bloom into a dream? Pairing flower imagery with dreams is just making me think of Deltarune Chapter 5. Could your dreams really come true? There's only one way to find out. You'll have to give everything you got to nurture that small seed. A newfound energy races through you. You'll certainly be both too excited and exhausted to sleep tonight. As you prepare for bed back in the comfort of your dorm room, you contemplate the activities of the past 2 days of camp. Everyone is working so hard for their idle dreams. You think things are going pretty well. You resolve to keep it up. While you consider your time over the past few days, you have to admit that you've developed a particular interest in Shinri. Yeah, no shit. Thanks. You don't know what will happen at this camp, but he's so interesting, and you like to get to know him even better. You blush at the thought, but it's fine. You haven't said anything out loud, and no one can see you in your room. You calm down a bit. Oh my god, the mind readers are gonna fucking get me. But it's still exciting to think about it. You finish up getting ready for bed. Turn off the light and head to sleep. 3rd day. You wake up with the sun streaming through the window. It looks like another beautiful day. You decide to make a good start of it by... You gotta get Brekkie. Brekkie important. Brekkie's so important. You're waiting patiently in line for food when Chef Magni catches your attention. Good to see you up and about, kiddo. He gives you a thumbs up and then gestures at the morning's food selections. I've got just the thing for a future superstar. Hot oatmeal ready from the pot, served with fresh strawberries and just a bit of cream. Great for nutrition and easy to digest. You eye the steaming bowl he offers you dubiously. I remember this from Roxy's playthrough. Player character is so it's so fucked for this. Oatmeal's awesome, actually. Like, oatmeal's good. Straight up. But with, like, fucking, like, fruit on it? Like, yes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I swear, kiddo, it's delicious. Just the thing you need. This doesn't seem likely to change his mind. You sigh and begrudgingly accept your oatmeal. I scarf that shit down and ask for seconds. I'm gonna kick your ass. Time to go sit down and eat this mush, you guys. Time to go sit down and have a great oatmeal breakfast, and it's gonna be so yummy. I'm sitting with Shinri. You can see beside Shinri. Konnichiwa, did you sleep well? As well as I could have, really. Back in Zenokuni, there's this mythical creature called the Baku that eats bad dreams. Oh yeah, isn't that the one that fucking, like Drowsy is based on, I think? Or is that a Mana thing, or is it both? There's a Pokemon that's based on a Baku, I think. Well, I always wanted to pet one. They look kind of like a tapir and seem very cute with their long snouts. I think it is Drowsy and Mana that are both kind of based off of a Baku. In different ways. It might be kind of skittish because they've eaten so many bad dreams. True, but I'll prove to them that I'm a friendly human with my idle charm. His face bursts into a big grin as he chuckles. That reminds me, I'm going to idle class today. I heard Dean Noir's the teacher. I've heard of him too. One time he got in trouble for ranting about standardized tests and the education system instead of teaching lessons. Another time, he brought in a historical drama and proceeded to lecture about the inaccurate weapon handling in the film. He seems like a pretty fun guy to me. I hope he can teach me about being an idol. I heard that you gotta have a little something if you want to stand out from the crowd. But Shinri, I think you have plenty of something. I think you're good. Like a funny hat? I think it's more like charisma or charm. Are those the same thing? I suppose you'll find out in idol class. You can't charm people on an empty stomach. Let's eat. He gets it. The two of you eat your breakfast with gusto. Although oatmeal Chef Magni offered seemed boring at the time, somehow eating along Shinri makes it seem a lot more fun. Oatmeal good! Rawr. When the bells ring, you both get up and take your trays toward the receptacle, then head out into the busy hallway. You rush along with the other campgoers heading toward the Lyra Manor classroom wing. As you reach the classrooms, you ponder which class to attend today. I'm going to idol class, because Shinwi there. So we're going to idol class. Dean Noir nods at you as you enter the idol class. Hold on, I gotta remember the voice. It's always nice to see one of the teachers come to participate in the elective classes. Congratulations on your performance last night as well. A few students glance in your direction, but soon return to chatting. After a few more minutes, the final student rushes in, and Dean Noir gestures that it is time to settle down and begin class. Hello again, future idols. I am Vesper Noir, head of the Elysian Summer Idol Camp, and Dean of the University of Elysium School of Music. And I am pleased to see you here today. As you may have heard from your fellow students who attended this class yesterday, we are working on developing your personal signifiers, your brand, if you will. These personal signifiers make you memorable as an idol. Whether it's your mannerisms, hairstyle, signature color, or something representative like a mascot or a stylish signature. It could even be a particular pose you strike while performing. These things combine to represent your idol persona to the world. So let's have you pair up and work on brainstorming some personal signifiers from your idol self. You've been focusing more on your music than on being an idol, so you haven't really developed much in the way of personal branding. But this could be fun. You consider the possibilities for a few moments, then decide. Pair up with Shinri. Shinri has a big smile on his face as you pair up with him. Konnichiwa. We seem to be together a lot, aren't we? I guess we work pretty well as a team. We just click, I guess, like an idol with our audience. True. Do you have any ideas about what your brand will be? I'm thinking something water-themed. I'm thinking... Looks at me, looks at myself. Squints at myself. I don't think mature is right. I guess cute. Am I cute? Am I cute? Guys, am I cute? Am I cute? I think I'm cute. You're very cute. Okay, we're going cute. Roxy says we're going cute. I think something cute fits me. So does Roxy. Great, I like your choice. Do you have any ideas for a mascot? I was thinking mine would be a koi. You are the cutest. Am I also the coolest? Am I the cutest and the coolest? You gotta think about that one. Speaking of like real life, I have some ideas. I might have some ideas, I'm not sure though. It just refuses to answer, starts dancing. I've always wanted to design my own cute plushies. If my mascot is a koi, what should my signature be? How about a dragon? Tony's eyes widen in realization and wonder. Ooh, very nice. It fits with the koi theme, too. Back in Xenokuni, there's a legend that koi who swim up waterfalls were turned into dragons. Is that why your family guardian is a dragon? I guess it is. The Josuiji family is affiliated with water, after all. Let's see, how about orange for my colors? It would be like a koi's scales. It's so funny when they talk about like, oh, what colors should I do while like already having like colors that they are. It's like Haka, like, oh, it'll be purple. It's like, no shit, idiot. Sounds good to me. I'm just going with my favorite color. Maybe I could be a professor. No, maybe an archaeologist? Maybe Indiana Jones? Notice the quote. Yeah. A lot of them have little like thingies for some of their sprites, like little iconography. Like what? I feel like there's a better word for that, but you get what I mean. Or how about a Ronin, a masterless samurai wandering Xenokuni? Sounds good to me. As for my persona, my persona. It's tough to figure out. Why don't we brainstorm some ideas together? I'm sure we could figure it out. You two spend the rest of class brainstorming your idol persona. Shinri is quite helpful and gives you some great ideas. You and Shinri appear to be getting closer day by day. Perhaps one day you two will perform on a stage together with your idol personas? What an exciting thought. Oh my god, my right clicks again. You have all sorts of ideas for personal branding, and you learned more about one of your idols, too. Now it's time to head to lunch. As expected, Chef Magni is back at his place behind the serving counter. This time, he's stirring a massive cauldron of some type of presumably edible liquid, and has an array of knives and a cutting board to his side. You're not quite sure what to expect. Kiddo, just who I wanted to see. Have you ever tried pho? Hearty and filling, it tastes great after a hard morning's work. And everything is nice and fresh, too. Magni proceeds to pour some broth from the cauldron into a large bowl, grabs some rice noodles from behind the counter, then slices some thin beef strips, chops a bit of white onion, sprinkles on some bean sprouts, and places the bowl on your tray with his signature panache. Oh, I haven't had pho in so long, bruh. Sounds so good. Voila, nice and fresh, with a little touch of my own. Never say, the great Chef Magni doesn't know how to cook. You side-eye him, but take the proffered bowl. You carry your tray out to the seating area and decide to sit. Stay with me, folks. Bye, Shinri. You sit down beside Shinri, who gives you a big smile. Konnichiwa. Idol class was fun, wasn't it? We all came up with great ideas. Shinri pauses and looks down at your tray. He seems pleased. Ah, I see pho is on the menu today. It looks so tasty. But real pho and other ramen dishes take a long time to make. I wonder how the kitchen staff do it. They probably have a bunch of cooks on staff. But did you notice that the main chef looks similar to one of the teachers? Now that you mention it, he does look similar to the great Maddie Desmond. That's what I thought. Maybe they could be twins? I heard a rumor that one teacher might have cloned themselves via alchemy. Sounds like an interesting rumor. One time, a student snuck out of the dorm at night and found themselves surrounded by clones. They said they also saw Dean Noir riding a bike with red glowing eyes. This is some in-joke I don't know. Obviously. It's lore. I don't know like anything about those guys. Because they're dead. It's a school mystery. Could be. A lot of people thought it was fake, though. The truth is sometimes stranger than fiction. The person also found alchemical runes, but it could have just been other teens playing around. I love little mysteries like this. Let me tell you about my own school legends. You and Shinri have a nice lunch talking about strange things happening at your schools. At the sound of the bell, you both get up and continue your chat on the way to put your trays away. Then you wave Shinri goodbye as you check your folder and make your way out to the college green. As you head out to the green, you see two separate groups of campgoers. One group is standing with Dean Noir, while the other is grouped up around the idol Dai-senpai. If you remember your schedule, that makes sense. One group is going into town to shop and explore, while the other group is headed to a local beach. How do you want to spend your afternoon? Where is Shinri going? He didn't. Did he say where he was going? Fuck. The beach? Okay. Did he say that? Or am I just remembering from, like, something else? Like, did he say that shit and I just missed it? Go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. I remember the battle route. Y'all went to, like, a candy store or something. The idol Dai-senpai is telling tales of his career to the students as you walk over to his group. Everyone seems to have stars in their eyes. He mentioned the beach trip earlier. Okay, I just forgot immediately. After he finishes a particularly funny story about a concert gone wrong, he clears his throat.
Okay, everyone, I will drive us to the beach today. Paradise Beach is a lovely sand beach with a little boardwalk for some extra fun. Let's load up and head out.
Dai-senpai walks the group over to a large university van and waits for everyone to get seated before getting in the driver's seat. He honks the horn once and pumps his fist.
Let's have a great time, everyone.
The van trip is fairly short, and within 10 minutes you can see the low dunes and gentle waves of Paradise Beach ahead. Ice monkey. Dai-senpai parks the van, opens the door, and gestures for everyone to disembark.
Thank you for driving with me. Now the camp and I have only one request to make of you all. Buddy up so no one gets lost. Once I see everyone has a partner, I'll let you take off. We'll meet back at the van around 5 p.m. so I can drive you all back to campus for dinner.
The teens look eager for the beach, so they start pairing off. As they do, Dai-senpai gestures them to head out to the beach and boardwalk. You decide to try to pair up with Shinri, who's already staring out at the ocean. Can I catch some waves? I want to look for some cool rocks. Interested? Sure, but what are you hoping to do with them? I want to take them back home and polish them up in a rock tumbler. They'll shine really nicely then. The two of you head down to the beach, where the salty smell of the sea breeze lingers in the air amid the tranquil crashing of waves. I was like, I think I had a rock tumbler when I was a kid, because I liked to grab cool rocks, but the rock tumbler was so loud I never used it. Due to, you know, the autism. You have to admit, it's pretty peaceful being here with such a calm guy like Shinri. Ah, here we are. Lots of little rocks and shells in this stretch. Shinri picks up a tiny rock and smiles warmly at you. Do you know about Mohs scale of hardness, Mike? I tried explaining it to Axel once and the jokes were obvious. Yeah, that tracks. That tracks for Axel. Yeah, I actually took a geology course in college as one of my, like, electives. Most scale of hardness is used to help to identify minerals. It's measured by how easy it is to scratch. How hard is that rock? It looks pretty hard to me, but hardness is an important thing to consider in rock polishing. You need to know which materials to use to help polish them so they don't crumble into dust. I heard there are other ways to identify rocks and minerals as well. You can lick them. Licking helps. Yeah, there's lots of other ways. See? Can you identify a rock by its taste? I recall a kid back in elementary school saying that you could. They're probably got to go into it, but specifically, you can tell if a rock is a. You can tell like stuff like iron content and like texture-wise whether a rock is like a sedimentary rock if it's like grainy. Shinri looks a bit confused by your question, but laughs warmly. As far as I know, you can't, but who knows? Maybe that kid was making a new scientific discovery. Geologists be licking it. You pick up what looks to be a small shell. It almost looks like the skull of a small creature. What's this? Looks like the face of some crab. It's really cool. A family member of mine found a shark tooth on the beach once. Oh, that's awesome. Back in Xeno Kuni, I used to go looking for weird shells and rocks all the time. There's a little koi, exclamation point. Exclamation point. What'd you find? All sorts of things. In my family, there's a legend saying that fish put shells on beaches to thank humans for respecting the ocean. Those shells were basically the treasures of the fish kingdom. The Findom. You pick up a mussel shell and hold it in your hands. What do you suppose this could be? Maybe a dinner plate? Or a shield that fish warriors used in battle? Shinri chuckles, continuing to search for rocks and shells. You know, we know so much about the ocean compared to our ancestors, yet it feels like we've forgotten about nature itself. The ocean lives around us, but we overrule the simple balance of nature. Not to be all zen or anything, I just get all these deep thoughts when I'm out here alone. Yeah, I get it. The ocean's pretty big. Shinri suddenly gasps and holds up a rock. Mike, look, doesn't this look like the color of your eyes? Damn, okay. Like, a bright blue rock. Would you grab sea glass or something? You have to admit it does, but has he been staring into your eyes this entire time? I can find something that looks like your eyes, too. Want a bit? It'll be fun. Hello? The two of you spend the rest of the beach trip on the lookout for shells and rocks that look like the other's eyes and other fun challenges. You never knew beachcombing could be so fun amidst the splashing of the waves. It's fun to just go, like, look for shit. All too soon, it's time to head back. You and Shinri look at each other and smile, both your pockets weighed down with rocks and other treasures from the sea. You almost wish you could have played some more, but your stomach growls. Time for some food. As 5 p.m. approaches, you reach the van and get in. Dai-senpai waits for all the teens to get in, then puts the key in the ignition and drives everyone back to campus for dinner. It's water. Everyone watching you, stay hydrated too. Magni waves at you as soon as he sees you, then whispers conspiratorially. Tonight is the Dean's special pasta aglio de pasta aglio e olio. What is that? A simple yet tasty dish made with my apprentice's lovely handmade pasta noodles, garlic, salt, and red pepper flakes. That sounds good. And here is the crowning glory. He takes some fresh parsley straight off a little plant and sprinkles it over the pasta right before your eyes. Voila! Always a crowd pleaser, and I handcraft the lovely focaccia we're serving beside it tonight as well. Magni plates up some pasta and puts several generous slices of focaccia next to it. I love watching people struggle to say aglio e olio. What? I'm gonna be so honest, I don't know which language that is even. Is it like Latin, Italian, or something? Is not. I don't think that's usually an Italian one. Unless I'm stupid. I might be stupid. Don't worry about it. It is Italian. Okay. Yeah, that makes. Oh wait, There is one. I do know one thing that E is Italian, and it's that meme where uh uh it's like two people in a picture, and the caption is like someone, and then someone edits in like Bugs Bunny and like a cunty little like winter jacket and says bugs. Thank the dean for the recipe. Just means aioli. Yeah, I think that looks right. Okay, it just means aioli. Huh. Cool. I do like a aioli, is yumma. He waves you on and begins chatting with the next person in line. You walk into the cafeteria seating area and look around. Everyone is energetically talking away about the afternoon trip. You decide to sit by Shinri. You decide to sit beside Shinri, who is already wolfing down his food. That sea air really works up an appetite. Yeah, I'm really hungry. You know, I always used to dream about the ocean as a kid. I would stand on the rocks and look out at the waves. Sometimes I would see a boat coming to the shore, but other times I didn't. Were you supposed to be a lighthouse keeper or something? I don't think so. I was just a regular dude standing on the shoreline. Still, every time I go to a beach, I stand near a shoreline hoping I see a boat or something. All my recurring dreams involve me going back to elementary school because I forgot to take a test. Or a big scary monster chasing me in a maze. Yeah, man. I'd let the monster catch me. Yeah, man. Of course you would. Yeah. It's then that you notice that Shinri smells a little like the salty sea air. It's a nice, pleasant smell that suits him. Oddly enough, it smells like home. Aww. For a brief moment, you can see Shinri sitting at the kitchen table, drinking his coffee in the ocean breeze. You feel cozy and safe. My god. Fantasizing about a life with this man. Do I have something on my face, Mike? You feel your face grow hot as you look away. I was just thinking about classes tomorrow. Oh yeah, we should get a good night's sleep for tomorrow. Today was a busy day, and we still have the team meeting too. You chat until the bells ring, then head off to the idol meeting. As you leave the cafeteria, you ponder for a moment. You've been having such a good time with Shinri. His smile makes you feel so cozy and safe, like warm pajamas fresh from the dryer. You have to wonder, does he feel the same way? When you walk into the room, everyone is gathered around the nest that you had made for your unexpected visitor the previous day. It's a perfect fit, right? I don't know if this is a good idea. Is it even okay to treat it like a pet? It's obviously tame, though. It didn't even flinch when we come up to it. I like it. It looks even more like a mascot now. Although we can't properly call it our mascot until Mike gives it a name. I'm telling you, we are not eating that thing. Is something happening? Have you picked a name yet? Huh? What? Okay, so basically you were waiting this whole time for me to pick a name. Well, we're a bit tired of just calling the poor thing it, or little guy. And because you wanted our visitor to look more mascot-ish, you dressed it up? Isn't it cute? You can't help but agree it does look pretty cute. Can't you just vote on a name? I think it would be better for everyone if you picked. This feels like a lot of pressure, but it's just a name, right? And you did agree to pick one yesterday, so you should follow through on your promises. Okay, let's take a moment to think. What were the names everyone suggested again? Should I go with the name that I like the best? Or should I go with the name that Shinri picked? Strokes my chin. I think I'm gonna go with the one that I like. Comet. Yeah. Tickle the creature's feathers with a finger. How about Comet? Do you like the name? It cocks its head a little at you. Comet? It chirps cheerily in response and rubs its head against your hand. I guess that's settled then. I really like the name. I really like the name. I can't read. I really like the name. I'm glad you like it too. You can't help but smile back. It feels suitable somehow, especially with the way it flew into our lives like that yesterday. It flew to battle like that. Right? I thought so too. It also feels like a good mascot name, don't you think? He comes closer and gently pats the small creature. He's a little bit close. Close enough that you can't help but notice how his eye color looks more like a gentle sea green than a bright green. Hi, Comet. Do you like the name? His soft voice becomes even more gentle, and Comet chirps sweetly in response, rubbing its face against his fingers. I think it does. Yeah, welcome to the group, Comet. Speaking of names, we should probably think of one for our group, too. Tempest! Huh? Why Tempest? I'm not sure, it just popped out of nowhere, to be honest. That's a little mysterious. Any other suggestions? Let's just go with Tempest. It feels right for some reason. The name Tempest... Which name did you like the best? I liked Comet. Let's just go with Tempest. It feels... Tempest just, like, popped through the veil of the multiverse into Bettle's brain. Everyone nods in agreement with him. Yeah, I think so too. Not sure why, though. I suppose it'll be one of life's unsolved mysteries. Comet chirps and your attention is diverted. Everyone begins to crowd around the bird again. After a few minutes of fussing over the group's new official mascot, you decide that it's about time to get back on track. Alright, now that Comet is all settled, shall we go back to our meeting? We still have a lot to prepare for the concert. What's the plan for today? You smile as Fleon covers a huge yawn and Axel blinks at you with sleepy eyes. Change the pace. Let's change them. I'm just curious. Since everyone seems kind of tired, shall we take a walk? Take a little walk, you walk. It feels so different when the hall's empty like this. With the empty seats and vast room, it almost feels like your group has the world to yourselves. You grin as they chatter excitedly, making their way closer to the stage. La la la. La la. Fleon starts singing a nonsensical song and his clear voice reverberates throughout the empty hall. You grin as the rest of the boys join in, laughing and cheering each other on. The chaos soon becomes an impromptu karaoke and you can't help but laugh. They stop for a breath between songs and you notice something. Why are you all lingering in the aisles? They glance at each other looking a bit sheepish. You're waiting for... yeah, my lads. I guess we were all waiting for each other to go first? You can't believe they're getting shy at this point. Come on. Huh? Huh? I'm going. Whoa! You gently push Bedel and Axel forward, grab Fleon and Shinri's wrists, and urge Haka and Altair in front of you. If you're going to hesitate when no one's even here, how will you handle performance day? Let's go. I already got permission, so it's fine. Honestly, for half a second, out of the corner of my eye, because I was reading, I thought Haka's lip piercings were like a little lip bite crease, so I was like, why the fuck does he look like that right now? With some verbal and physical encouragement, you guide them toward the ramp and push them up to the stage. Try lining up. You're going to have to perform on the stage in a few days, right? See what it's like to stand front and center. It takes some shuffling, but they end up clustered in the middle of the stage, chatting excitedly as they do so. Hey, wouldn't it be great if we worked on the routine for our song? We should show off some moves. Ooh, what if we... oh, wait. Wait a second. Hold. Who is speaking? Who is speaking? Who is this supposed to be? I think there's a typo in this video game. I'll just I'll just talk like Altair. Ooh, what if we had like white outfits? Oh, it's switched over to Axel here. The hall is pretty dark, so it would stand out, right? Yeah, I think it was supposed to be Altair. Soon they're trading different ideas for the performance. As you stand watching from the front row of seats, you can't help but grin at their excitement. This might not be their first time performing, but it would be the first and maybe the only time they would be performing together on this stage as an idol group. You can't help but hope that it will be a memorable day for all of them. Your thoughts are interrupted when Fleon crouches on the very edge of the stage. He gestures for you to come closer. You should come up too. You guys are the ones performing on the day, so it's more important that you get used to it. Besides, someone needs to be in the audience, right? No, you have to be here too! Shinri, who's hovering on the edge of the group, comes over and nods agreement with Fleon. He's right, you're part of the group, so you'll be up here with us, right? Their insistence makes you smile, which they apparently take as agreement. Oh, shit. My fucking twitchy fingers. Want us to pull you up? Yeah. I might be a bit heavy. True. Might be a bit heavy. Leon and Shinri both reach down and grab your left and right arms, making you yelp. Hold tight. Between the two of them, you're lifted high enough that you can scramble onto the stage. Thanks. You're a little embarrassed, but neither of them seem to think much of it as they help you to your feet. No problem. It's a bit faster this way, right? You can't help but grin at the mischievous twinkle in their eyes. Yeah, I guess it was. Your thoughts are interrupted when a couple of them suddenly burst into laughter at something Axel said. Probably talking about cog and balls. No way we're doing that, man. Come on, it should just be a little hee-hee-ha-ha, right? You step forward to try and curb whatever bad ideas are brewing, and time flies as the group hashes out what they want to do for their performance. All too quickly, the evening bell marks the end of the day, so you urge everyone off the stage, and the group slowly disperses for the night. You stretch languidly and prepare your pajamas for sleep. The cloud jammies are back. So far, camp has been going pretty well. Only 3 days left until the Idol Teen concert, so you better stay on your A-game. Even so, everyone is so talented, so you're sure they'll make a good showing. The best you can do is help them along the way. You have to admit, though, you're having a great time with Shinri so far. Things are going so well. Maybe it's a friendship, or maybe it could be something more. Maybe. The camp is so short. Still, who's to say what could happen in the next few days? You hum a bit, considering the possibilities. After heading to the bathroom to brush your teeth, you get in bed, turn off the light, and get some sleep. 4th day. You open your eyes to another lovely day. You can't deny that the whole camp has had fabulous weather so far. You roll around in bed a bit, then decide to... I think I'm just gonna go breakfast every time. I could brekkie important. If I don't get my brekkie, I get like physically shaky. It is bad. Xenokuni Day. It's Xenokuni and Food Day today. You can hear Chef Magni yelling to the campgoers before you even turn the corner to enter the food line. Man, he is loud. You shake your head a bit to get the ringing out of your ears. Soon enough, you stand before the man. Have you heard? It's Xenokuni and Food Day here in the cafeteria to give some of our far-traveling students a taste of home. So for breakfast today, we have some nice hot miso soup, grilled fish, and onigiri. Oh, that looks like such a good fucking breakfast. Oh, miso soup. Oh, fuck. The onigiri fillings are a surprise, but I can tell you some of the things that might be in them. Seasoned seaweed, smoked salmon, tuna, or maybe umeboshi. That's pickled plums, in case you don't know your Xenokunian cuisine. Here, have a couple extra onigiri. They're great for a hungry teen, and I know elective classes are coming up. Was that a hint that he actually is the dance instructor? Ugh, he's so confusing. You put it out of mind again. You grab the extra wrapped onigiri and put them in your pocket. They might be tasty later. Then you head out into the seating area. You look around and decide to sit by Shinri. Take a seat beside Shinri, who eats happily. Good morning. Does the Xenokunian breakfast look familiar? You bet. Of course, I usually have a slice of toast with jam and coffee before school. Your parents leave you home alone, right? Yeah, they're pretty busy with work. Still, they bring in good money. Have you ever made a bento for someone? Nah, only for myself. I'd love to make one for someone someday, though. You can feel your heart race at these words. Yep. Like, if the monster under my bed wanted a taste of human food, I'd gladly make a bento for him. Like, yeah, any plans for today? The words tumble out so fast you can barely catch your breath. Well, I was gonna be at singing class. I'm not a very good singer, really. Shinri takes a sip of his black coffee and stares off into space. Just then, he notices the extra wrapped onigiri in your khakis pocket. Khakis? Wearing khakis out here? Ooh, you have extra onigiri? You know, legend says that if you share onigiri with someone, your bond will deepen. +1 bond point. I never heard of that before. Yeah, I made it up just now, but I could still use the stamina, so please. Shinri makes puppy dog eyes so pitiful and pathetic that it's hard to believe. It's the same stoic and calm boy from before. He was like, please. Okay, fine, but try your best at singing class, okay? I will, I promise. You have to admit, he's quite the charming boy. You pass Shinri one of your onigiri, then pick up your tray and wave as you make your way toward the tray receptacle in the hallway. You walk along toward the classrooms in the wake of, apparently, idle Teen D. Man, that redhead is loud. You can hear his voice echoing all the way down the hallway. He sounds kind of like Markiplier. Once you reach the classrooms, you wait for them to step into their classes, just so that the noise subsides. Then you consider what to do today. Singing class. The sound of multiple students doing vocal warm-ups emerge from the singing classroom as you open the door. You quickly enter, closing the door behind you, and find a corner to start doing your own warm-ups. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. Mommy made me mash my M&Ms. When you hear 2 claps, everyone falls silent and looks toward the front of the room. Isn't that the X-pop idol Dai-senpai? You thought he was retired or something. Then again, he performed at the teacher's concert 2 days ago.
Hello, idol hopefuls. If you're familiar with X-pop, you might already know me as the retired idol Dai-senpai. I was invited from Xenokuni to assist with your singing training, and it has been an absolute delight. Every day, I see so many wonderful, talented dreamers looking to become idols. While I know you've all warmed up, I would like to add a few of my favorite vocal exercises to the mix. Who knows, perhaps they are new to you. After that, we will get to work on your idol concert songs.
Dai-senpai proceeds with several vocal exercises, doing each one with the class as a whole, then choosing 1 or 2 students to demonstrate that exercise at higher difficulty. Dai-senpai seems so pleased about everyone's work that it is difficult to feel stressed out when he asks them to sing. His joy is infectious. After completing the exercises, Dai-senpai speaks again.
Now that you are all sufficiently warmed up, let's have everyone pair up and share their idol concert songs. Think about the techniques we practiced and be sure to watch your pitch and tone. Let your dreams reach each other and the audience with your expressiveness.
Everyone claps for Dai-senpai, and he gestures for the students to mingle and pair up. You look around and decide. We're chilling with Shinri. Pair up with Shinri for singing class, and he smiles nervously at you. It's a good thing Dai-senpai is such a patient teacher. I think I've made so many mistakes already. You're doing fine, relax. That onigiri you gave me really helped. I feel more at ease already. Because I'm your buddy, right? Are you trying to buddy zone yourself? What's happening? Yeah, you're my good camp buddy. Did you just see a blush on Shinri's face? You've been such a good teacher to me and the team. Isn't it time for me to teach you something? Shinri laughs, smile warm and comforting. Sure, let me tell you what... Sure, tell me what you know. I bet they teach you a lot in that conservatory.
Gee, oh my god, they were buddies. They were very good buddies.
First, sing your idol song from the top, and I'll let you know how you did. Shinri begins to sing his song, his voice rich and soothing with a hint of playfulness. It sounds almost fatherly. It sounds almost daddyly. He's definitely improved since he first came here. All of the boys have. You can't help but be so proud of them. They've all strengthened each other in many ways. What was that, Mike? Lower your pitch around this part, and remember to hold that one note around here or so. You sing the part to show Shinri what you mean. Perhaps even Daddy Daddy Dooley. True. Oh, I see. The most important thing is to control your breathing and be at one with the music. It's kind of like dancing, right? Yeah, exactly. You think you're good to try one more time? Let's take it from the top. Yes, Mike-sensei. You and Shinri make a great team in singing class together. You find that being a singing teacher comes naturally to you. Maybe hanging around Shinri has been a good influence on you. It's so great to hear your idol team members improving each and every day. You bring your positive attitude with you to lunch. And you eat it. The energizing smell of a rich, meaty broth hits your nose as soon as you enter the cafeteria. Chef Magni's back at it again to the Krispy Kreme, serving some type of soup with a grand flick of the wrist. As you watch him serve the person in front of you in line, he turns to look at you. My favorite camp, kiddo. Today's lunch is a fantastic tonkatsu ramen, complete with chashu, menma, and a variety of other delicious toppings for your taste buds to discover. I assisted the head chef in preparing the broth last night, so it's taken some serious time to make it exceptionally delicious. Oh, I want the soft-boiled egg so bad, fuck. If only we could have worked on it earlier, it would have stewed for even longer. He raises the back of his hand to his forehead in the most melodramatic pose you've seen him do. Then he smiles and winks at you. What this will do too. Let me prepare your bowl. He throws a generous portion of noodles into a large navy-colored ceramic bowl, pours on the broth with classic Chef Magni grandeur, chops various interesting ingredients, and adds them all to the steaming bowl, finishing up with the chashu. He adds a large ceramic spoon and a pair of chopsticks to your plate, then waves you on. The great chef shall now attend to his next disciple. Weird as usual, but at least the ramen looks and smells amazing. You absentmindedly look for a seat as you try not to drool. In the end, you decide to sit by Shinri. You take a seat beside Shinri, who smiles at you. Thanks for being a good teacher in singing class, Mike. I really appreciate it. You grin in response. This camp is so much fun. I've learned a lot from so many talented people. I'm glad I came to this camp. Do you want to know the real reason I came to this camp, Mike? To become an idol? It has to do with Dean Noir. Back when I was a kid, Dean Noir had a chart-topping hit. It was a cover of an old song, but I loved his voice. Oh yeah, I heard it too. His voice was haunting, yet charismatic. Shinri nods, taking a bite of his food. He was never one for fame. I heard he got in trouble for picking up a paparazzi member and shaking them by the shoulders. In his defense, they were warned about trespassing on his property, twice. The story I heard was that he came on an idol show and proceeded to lecture about the properties of samurai armor versus Elysian knight armor. That program was a big hit, oddly enough. What a strange fellow. Still, I'm glad I met him. Same here. I think I'm going to practice my singing before the idol team meeting starts. Good luck! Shinri gets up and goes to a quiet area of the campus, leaving you to finish your food alone. Lunch seemed to go well. You two both have exciting dreams about the future, but do any of those dreams involve the two of you together? Dramatic.
Axel, catch!
The basketball soars through the storage room, and Axel easily snatches out of the air with a grin. He bounces on the floor a couple times and makes a face at its condition. Why do they even have this in here?
I'm not sure. Maybe it was used as a prop for something in the past?
The group was digging through boxes of props and racks of costumes that were used at previous idol camps. Naturally, it only took about a minute before everyone forgot the reason they were looking through them in the first place. Hey, Shinri, take a look at this! Haka slides a Tengu mask onto his face. Oh. Wait, it shouldn't have been cute. You jump at the raw scream that Haka lets out all of a sudden, but he keeps going as he air guitars to his impromptu metal song. Shinri waves something at Haka, making him pause. You're forgetting something. He tosses Haka a plastic prop microphone and Haka takes a breath. You brace yourself, but he's interrupted by Flayon, who had wrapped a white sheet around himself and hovered behind Vettel.
Boo!
Ah! Vettel lunges away in surprise, or he would have had Flayon not grabbed him into a bear hug.
Oh, my spine! Oh, don't be silly. Your spine is fine, probably.
He lets go of Vettel, who winces as he straightens. What is with all this stuff, though? There's so much of it. How are we supposed to find anything? Yeah, man, why keep all this junk anyway? It's just taking up a whole lot of space.
Maybe they should have someone clean up some of the stuff.
I don't want to hear that from a group of people who packed what looks like all of their personal belongings for a week-long camp. Spettle splutters for a moment while the others look a bit sheepish. Except Shinri, who looks completely unabashed.
I just wanted to make sure I had everything I needed and would be fully prepared for whatever happened during camp, because they didn't give a whole lot of info about what exactly we needed, and...
I'm sorry, I was just teasing you a little. I think it's nice to be able to have so many comforts in a new place. Altair looks at you in surprise and laughs sheepishly.
Yeah, it is nice. You probably didn't pack a lot in comparison, right? Don't you miss having some of your stuff from home?
If you want to borrow a couple of plushies to hug, just let me know. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Or you could borrow this for the week.
Altair grabs a huge stuffed animal and shoves it into your face, making you yelp in surprise. He laughs and you back up a little so that you can grab the stuffed toy. What is this? Looks like a normal bird at first, a little misshapen, but a bird nonetheless. Maybe a sparrow? It's a reddish-brown color with a white chest and a yellow beak and legs, but its eyes are a little frightening. Looks like it's staring right into your soul, assessing you, judging you. It's just waiting for you to let down your guard. You have a feeling you do not want to approach this bird from behind, especially on a dark night. As you're contemplating the strange stuffed bird, the other boys resume digging through the boxes. Axel finds a squeaky hammer and starts chasing Vettel around the classroom with it, while Haka finds a plastic crown that he immediately tries to put on Flyon's head.
We gotta get back on track, boys.
Clap your hands to get everyone's attention. Okay, everyone, let's get back on track. We're here to find stuff for our performance, remember?
Oh yeah, we should probably get onto that.
Okay, we wanted to find costumes, right? There's a box of accessories over there. Should we look through them? As they start sharing stuff that they find, the group quickly gets back on track, focusing on the task at hand. Soon enough, they're digging through boxes and browsing the costume racks, looking earnestly for something useful. As you peruse a rack of jackets, you can't help but worry a little about the future. I really hope the performance goes well. Chef Magni waves at you as he sees you in line. I'm sure you'll enjoy our final dishes for Xenokunian Food Day. He gestures to a wide variety of fish and vegetables placed into rows in front of his cutting board. Tonight, it's the Lyra Manor Cafeteria's own version of Chirasuzushi, complete with a fun appetizer of takoyaki. Takoyaki, yes! Fuck yeah! I have some lovely protein: tuna, yellowtail, octopus, and eel. Plus some vegetables: cucumber, lotus root, snow peas, daikon, and some seasoned mushrooms. Sprinkle some scallions and chopped nori on top, and here you go. He chops as he talks and places all the pieces on vinegared sushi rice on a plate with a raised lip. He reaches a hand over to one of the other servers, who passes him a small bowl with 3 takoyaki on it. He spins a mayonnaise bottle in his hand and squeezes it with fanciful flair over the takoyaki, before placing both the plate and bowl on your tray along with a pair of chopsticks. I hope you enjoy the tastes of Xenokuni we presented today. Another great day of food, if I do say so myself. He hums to himself, turning to the next person in line. Oh my god, my twitchy fingers. You grab your tray and carry it into the seating area, where you decide to sit. Oh, do I want to sit with Altair? I don't know, Shinri. You take a seat beside Shinri, who smiles at you. Food is good, isn't it? I kind of miss eating like this. Some days Haka and I stop at a ramen shop to eat after school. I've hung out to eat with classmates a few times. I can't say they were my friends, though. I found it hard to keep friends aside from Haka, because I have trouble showing affection. It's a weird thing I do. My parents never showed much affection growing up either. You seem to be a decent guy to me. I can't show affection where it really matters, like friendships and romance and such. Is being an idol easy because the relationship between you and the fans is artificial? I think you're a pretty affectionate guy. Henry smiles warmly at you. Thanks, Mike. But in romance especially, people expect kisses and I love yous, and I have a hard time with that. Romance doesn't have to be like in the movies. Some people are fine with just hanging out together. But it's hard for people to know where friendship ends and romance begins. Anyway, I shouldn't be rambling like an old man. I should be enjoying the camp with all of you. You and Shinri enjoy dinner, chatting and laughing about Tempest's antics. Just as you're about to leave the table, Shinri speaks up. Do you want to come and watch a horror movie with me in my room, Mike? You think for a moment then. Yeah. You knock on Shinri's door and he greets you with a friendly smile. Come on in, Mike. Oh, his hair sound cute! Wait, hi. And the glasses. Look around his room as you enter. Shinri's room is certainly full of plushies. Is there any room to sleep? Just how did he lug a small TV with a built-in VCR all the way from Xenokuni? How did he lug a CRT all the way from Xenokuni? What's happening? I would be like horror movies. Depends. It depends for me. Can I turn you into a fan of them? You can try. I brought this classic movie, Escape from Monster Camp. You can sit beside me on my bed here. Oh my god, we're both on the bed. Shinri puts in the movie and sits beside you. The movie looks to be like a low-budget horror feature with lots of practical effects. One villain in the movie, a cursed puppet, reminds you of something. Spamton? Spamton, she Spamton. I heard a rumor that this camp has a creepy doll-like thing. One kid stumbled into the practice room after hours to find a doll sitting on a chair. The doll turned and said, "Praise Magmo! Praise Magmo!" in a creepy-sounding voice. Of course, nobody else saw the doll. That's probably some in-joke, I don't know. This camp is full of stories. Just then, a loud thump outside your window causes both of you to jump 10 feet in the air. You let out a scream and grab what you think is the softest plushie to protect you. However, it feels a little too warm. It's Shinri. He chuckles and brushes the hair from your eyes. Your faces are extremely close. I'm sorry, I didn't mean... I thought you were a plushie. I told you I'm pretty cozy. You're like a roaring fireplace. And his laugh is like a crackling fire. Never heard that one before. But you are pretty cute when you cling to me. Your face feels hotter than the surface of the sun. You can't help but bury your face in your hands. The deep, rumbly bass of his laughter seems to shoot straight through you. Hey, we can continue watching the movie if you want. You nod, trying to make your face less red somehow. You don't mind if I cling to you some more? This is really cute. Go right ahead. The movie continues on, but you zone out through it all. Oh no! He wants to show you a movie! Don't zone out! All you can think about is how warm and cozy Shinri feels. His arms wrap around you, and you feel at peace after that loud noise from earlier. You close your eyes and fall into a peaceful dream. If you fall asleep on him... I mean, his chest does look like it would be good pillows. Next thing you know, it's pitch dark outside. Shinri must have thrown a blanket over you while he sleeps with nothing covering him. Literally the first time we cuddled. Yeah. Yeah, if you get me laying down and not and just laying there and I don't have any sort of we're not watching anything, I'm not on my phone or nothing, I will just fall asleep. You can't help but smile, but soon that smile is replaced by a worried frown. It's way past curfew and the hall monitors might be roaming about. How do you get out of this one? Shinri stirs and wakes up, checking the time. It's past curfew, Mike. Do you want me to walk you to your room? You shake your head. I'll be fine by myself. You'll hop out of bed and quietly open the door. Giving a quick nod of thanks to Shinri, you quickly make your way down the hall to your room. No one seems to have spotted you. Before you know it, you're back at your dorm room. You lay out your pajamas and grab your toothbrush, cup, and face towel. Camp is already over halfway done. It's hard to believe it. Things are really going well, but how much of that is you? The concert is just 2 days away. Well, no worries. Every one of your boys is so amazing that you're sure they'll pull off a fantastic concert. When you think about it, you can't deny that you're having a particularly great time with Shinri. Yeah, you low-key just, like, cuddle walk of shamed back to your dorm. He's fun, interesting, and so talented to boot. You two would make a terrific duo, whether it's as friends, collaborators, or maybe something more. No, it's not again. With the end of camp coming sooner every day, you only need to think about what you want to do. Will you make a move, or will he? Your heart beats faster, and you put a hand to your chest as you take a deep breath. You literally cuddled to sleep with him earlier, like... I think moves have already been made. You head to the bathroom, then return to your room, set the alarm, turn off the lights, and head off to sleep. 5th day. You yawn and stretch as you lazily wake up. It looks like yet another gorgeous day. You stretch again, then decide to go to brekkie. You gotta do the brekkie. The line today is longer than usual. Word from further up is that Chef Magni is making fresh omelets with the fixings of your choice today. Well, if he's gonna make people wait on his culinary whateverness, at least he picked today and not tomorrow. You could easily imagine a bunch of hungry, nervous campgoers anxiously waiting their food right before the dress rehearsals. What a nightmare that would be. As you consider the various facets of that scenario, you finally come up in line. Give me your best omelet. You try to catch Chef Magni off guard, and you swear you see the slightest hesitation before he whips his egg mixture. For you, kiddo, only the best. He agrees with a massive, cheeky grin, slinging a spoonful of egg mixture onto his pan. Magni mixes in chopped ham, sliced green bell peppers, and some kind of yellow cheese, then flips the omelet over and slaps it on a plate. I wish there weren't bell peppers, but otherwise this sounds really good. Magni gestures proudly to his latest accomplishment. Go forth, young idol, and eat! He waves at you as you take your tray out to the seating area. You shake your head and decide to sit by Shinri. You sit beside Shinri, who seems to be his usual self. Gohayo. I hope we didn't make too much noise when we slept. Jesus, man, you can't just say that. You can't just say these things. You can't just say it like that. You bury your face in your hands. Would you mind rephrasing 90% of that differently? Peeking up at him, you see a mischievous twinkle in his eye as he sips his coffee. But yes, everything worked out fine. I'm glad. So, any plans for the day? I'm gonna be at dance class. I might as well let everyone get a little preview of my moves before the big day tomorrow. We need to get all the practice we can get. The teachers have done so much for us. I really want to show our appreciation for them with this performance. Of course, you've done so much for us too, Mike. Thank you. I try. I'm sure they'll love you in that conservatory. Shinri looks like he wants to say something more, but returns to his food. You're beginning to get used to these moments of the two of you sharing meals together, but it will all come to an end very soon. All dreams end eventually, if only you could spend a little more time together with him. After classes, Your words get drowned out by the ringing of the carillon and the sound of students packing up to head for the day's classes. Good luck today. You'll most likely see him again at lunch. You stand out in the hallway watching the various campgoers shuffle into the classrooms. Everyone seems pretty energetic after breakfast. What will you do today? He said dance, right? I'm double checking for my own sanity. Today's day 5, right? Yeah. And day 6. And it's concert, and then it's leaving. Okay. Dance class. Shinri. Dance coach Magni Desmond is standing by the door, high-fiving campgoers as they walk in. He gestures for you to high-five him. You pause, but give in. Let's show some energy. Only one more day until the idol concert. He high-fives the next person in line, saying something encouraging to them as well. When all the students have entered, Magni walks up to the front of the room. With only one day left, I want to see your progress today. We will do warm-up exercises, and then I want you to pair off for practice. I will come around to inspect the groove of your moves, so show me some good ones. Toward the end of class, I'll leave you some time. Toward the end of class, I'll leave some time so that you can all give us a taste of your idol concert dances. As stated, Magni wants you through a series of warm-up exercises, then sets the group free to pair up. You decide to pair up with Shinri. Pair up with Shinri, who greets you with his trademark smile. Konnichiwa, ready to show off your dance moves? Let's try to challenge each other today. You nod, unsure what Shinri means by challenge. Like, what's your weakest part in the choreography? I'm not in Tempest, and I haven't really danced, remember? Shinri laughs, scratching the back of his head in embarrassment. Yeah, I forgot. My bad. Still, you want to try keeping up with me? Because I know you've got some moves. You're very kind, but I said I wasn't... That's why I'll teach you. Shinri gets in front of you and takes your hand in his. May I have this dance? Ah! You blush slightly at these words. This isn't a waltz, you know. Besides, being so close together would be kind of fun, you know? You fight the urge to punch him in the arm. Here you go, saying weird stuff again. What? You seem to like the idea. It's not him saying weird stuff. Like, oh, is he gonna? Am I gonna make the first move, or is he? He's literally making moves at you right now. Like, hello. Don't tell me you've never daydreamed about being at a castle's grand ball. Perhaps it's you who needs to stick their head in a bucket of ice water. Yeah, perhaps the handsome prince would dance with me. If only the clock would strike midnight right now. Is this playing around part of the partner exercises? Bro is not subtle, yeah, no. I just thought you seemed nervous, that's all. You're always making sure we're doing our best. But it would be good for you to relax. When was the last time you stopped and took in the sights, you know? He's right, you do feel tense. I guess I have a lot of people counting on me. And the performance won't go well if you're nervous. You need to be relaxed enough to feel the rhythm of the music, right? But don't worry, I'll be your guide. How can you notice all those little things about you? But you guys are the ones who... Shinri quickly shushes you with a smile. Shh. Just leave it up to us, okay? We'll make you proud. Want to see what we can do together with the exercises? Okay, let's do it. You and Shinri work through the choreography quite well. You've become a decent dancer thanks to Shinri's teaching. His dancing will surely catch everyone's eye at the concert. After everyone has performed for the class, Magni holds up a finger emphatically. And now I, the great Magni Desmond, shall return the favor. He stretches for a moment, clears some space, then performs an elaborate breakdancing demo for the class. It is quite impressive, but you suppose that is what made him famous after all. After Magni finishes, the students all clap and cheer, then he releases everyone for lunch. Magni waves as the teens leave the room. And he teleports over to lunch, to the cafeteria. Today the aroma in the cafeteria is a strong, oily smell of some type of fried meat. Ooh, fried meat. You wonder what Chef Magni has cooked up for lunch. As you approach him in line, he clicks a pair of tongs in your direction, then waves them as a form of greeting. Guten Tag, kiddo. The head chef was reminiscing about his travels, so today's lunch is Wiener Schnitzel with a side of crisp and refreshing cucumber salad. And may I interest you in a bonus side of fries? More sides means more to eat, more to enjoy after all. He gestures with his tongs, then begins placing your meal on a plate. Chef Magni grins, then showily places the plate on your tray. And remember to drink lots of water, it's good for your health. He waves at you with his non-tong hand as you pick up your tray and head toward the seating area. Sometimes there's lines in here where it's like, y'all were writing this before you knew that you were going to put the extra arms on him, huh? Because if there was a non-tong hand, there'd be like 3 non-tong hands, technically. You look down at the Wiener Schnitzel, then look around the room and decide to sit by Shinri. Sit beside Shinri, who smiles at you. The dance class was fun, wasn't it? The great Magni Desmond has got some moves. You nod in agreement. This campus is pretty big, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking of exploring it a little later. There's some ghosts I want to find. Have you ever actually seen a ghost? No, but I have felt them. Okay. Feeling up the spirits? What do you mean by felt? You know, when the air turns chilly for a few seconds and you feel something whoosh right through you? I don't follow. Are you sure you were just standing under an air conditioner? No, you see, this happened in the middle of a graveyard. I was looking for a grave when it happened. It was probably just a ghost playing around. Or maybe the ghost wanted to take you on an otherworldly date. Shinri's face looks like a little kid on Christmas morning. You really think so? I should have packed a bento. Oh my god. Do you think ghosts miss eating human food? I can make them happy. Do ghosts miss going on fun outings too? I also want to go on a boat ride with a ghost. But then you might never return to the living. I'm sure they would let me go back. Maybe I'll get a kiss out of the whole thing as well. Shinri talks about his ideal ghost date until lunch ends. The man is quite an odd romantic. Shinri stops you just as you're about to leave. Hey, there's a ghost that requires at least 2 people to help find it. Will you help me, Mike? Okay. You accept the oddly worded offer. What he means by this? Oh, it's his casual fit again. Here's casual hair. The same shirt. You join Shinri in the campus courtyard. Why do you need my help finding a ghost? Well, you see, this ghost, it only appears in front of couples. I think it's jealousy or something. So you want us to pretend to be a couple? Please? You're my good camp buddy after all. Okay, how can I say no to that face? So, what do couples usually do? You've seen couples before, usually making out in the hallways when there are spare moments. Shinri doesn't seem like the type to do that, neither are you. Want to hold hands? He offers his hand for you to hold. You take it, noting how warm and comforting it feels against your skin. You and Shinri wander the hallways, looking for looking for lore. What? A friendly-looking man stops you two and looks Shinri up and down. Excuse me, sir, are you a university student? No, my partner and I are just exploring the campus, looking for strange mysteries. The man suddenly gets a big smile on his face. Ah, fellow lover of the supernatural. I'm part of a group meeting nearby to discuss these happenings. Feel free to bring your partner, too. Oh my god. What is that? It's scary. The man hands each of you a business card and makes his way down the hallway. Church of Magmo. The Church of Magmo? Isn't this the weird doll thing? It could be kind of fun. Something seems off to me. For all we know, we could be sacrificed to some weird monster. I hope it calls me handsome. Oh my god, man. You do have a You do have a sense of self-preservation, right? He doesn't. He doesn't. You tuck the card into your pocket, hoping Shinri has enough sense not to run into a monster's jaws with open arms. So, about that card. We are not going to the Church of Magmo. After completing your exploration of the building, you decide to take your lore hunting out to the campus green. Shinri chuckles and playfully shakes his head. The two of you continue walking until you see a small convenience store. You mind if we stop in? I was thinking of getting souvenirs for my parents. I was thinking about getting a snack myself. The two of you briefly let go of each other's hands to browse the aisles. You got a lot of university swag here. Shinri holds up a mug featuring an old meme that's been edited to feature the University of Elysium. Lost.mp3. Oh my god. I don't think my parents would get the reference, though. Some of this stuff is pretty out there. Wait, it says this design was made by Dean Noir. Ooh, interesting. You look around for some snacks as you try to ignore the thoughts brewing inside you. Is this really a date? Will the ghost buy it and show up? You haven't done anything really coupley. I can pay for your snack if you want. I'm just thinking about what to get myself. You've got a lot of stuff to buy already. Besides, I don't want you to spend all your money. I don't mind paying. I've got my own money, but thanks. Crap, you should have said yes. You always heard the memes about people going on dates and one person paying for everything. Are you friend-zoning him by refusing to let him pay? The two of you pay for your purchases and sit down on a nearby bench. This campus is pretty nice. I might come here once I finish school. Yeah, it's not too far away, I guess. Hello, Daniel. It's going good. We're doing a visual novel, and there's a cute orange boy on my screen, so I'm happy. You focus on your snack and try not to think about all the thoughts swirling in your head. At least it tastes good. Hey, you've got a little something on your face. Before you can reply, Shinri gives you a quick smooch on your cheek. He pulls away, giggling impishly like a schoolboy. Jesus, okay. Damn. You were so cute. Cute. I'm melting. It's so hot here right now. I'm sorry. It's hot. The whole world is on fire. It's not good. But we stay silly, and we stay loving cute boys. What? What was that all about? Shinri winks at you and mouths the word ghost. I wanted a little treat. You seem a little nervous. 116 Fahrenheit. Jesus Christmas, dude. Oh my god. Stay safe, honestly. Drink water, all that. I've never been on a date before, and I'm worried I'm not good enough. My high school life has been filled with music practice. It's okay. We can do things at our own pace. Do you feel comfortable? Shinri takes your hand in his once more as you look into his eyes. Yes, I'm glad I met you. I like spending time with you. You're fun and cute. His smile is warm and comforting as the two of you hold hands. But I thought you said you weren't into all that romantic stuff. I can be a bit of a flirt. Besides, I thought I'd give the ghost a little show. Let's go find it. I'm sure some creatures are bound to show up. You and Shinri explore the campus together, looking for monsters and lore. However, there is no sign of the ghost appearing in front of couples. Does it even exist in the first place? You feel like you had fun regardless. For a first date, it feels pretty I can't read. For a first date, it felt pretty cozy. You arrive at the cafeteria full of confidence. You heartily wave at Chef Magni, who shows perhaps the slightest hint of surprise and waves back. As you can see by looking down the line, tonight's dinner is some sort of vegetable rice dish. Interested in tonight's meal, aren't you, kiddo? Well, in case you didn't know, we're serving a fantastic countryside paella. It has this lovely saffron rice as a base, green beans, some nice fresh tomatoes, and specially spiced chicken. We also have some grilled artichokes that you can enjoy on the side or mixed into your paella. Oh my god, freaking right click. My fingers are twitchy. Who says you can't have fun with your dinner? He grins and plates up a big serving of the paella, then adds 2 grilled artichokes on the side. Bon appetit, kiddo. And he does that chef kissing motion in the air. Yeah, he's weird, but you won't let him catch you off guard today. You gesture at your tray, pick it up with one hand, and do the chef kissing motion right back. Keep it spicy, kiddo, and have a good meal. He waves slightly, then moves on to helping the next person in line. You head into the cafeteria, which is somewhat emptier than usual. Perhaps some campgoers are enjoying dinner out on the town after their free afternoon. Still, when you take a better look, you can see that all of your idol group members are present and sitting down for dinner. You think about it and decide to sit. By Shinri. You sit beside Shinri, who greets you with a smile. Looking for ghosts was fun, wasn't it? Thanks for helping me. He gives your shoulder a pat. I liked going on a date with you. Even though we didn't see the ghost? Sometimes it's about the journey, not the destination, you know? He lays his hand over at the top of yours, his fingertips dancing on your skin. Oh, Jesus. Sometimes the real rewards are the barn... Oh my god. Hold on, water. Sometimes the real rewards are the bonds we forge along the way. Just then, Comet appears under your table. What are you doing here, little guy? He's wishing you good luck too. The creature purrs and chirps happily. Seriously, what kind of animal is it? Oh, thanks. Cheer as loud as you can, okay? Maybe he can wave a light stick around. You both laugh at the thought as the creature slinks away. The concert's tomorrow, right? Yep, I'm excited. Make sure you get a good night's rest. Don't stay up too late reading ghost stories. Shinri chuckles, a strand of dark hair falling into his face. I could say the same about you, Mike. You're always looking out for us. And hey, if you have an anxiety dream, that's your subconscious way of processing your fears. I think I read about that in some magazine once. Anyway, I'm sure the concert will go well. We've all been training hard. I guess it's finally hitting me. That our time together will soon come to an end. If you dwell on it, you'll make us. If you dwell on it, you'll make us. What the fuck? If you dwell on it, you'll make yourself miserable. There we go. Besides, even the smallest spark can cause an inferno. You still got tomorrow, Mike. Keep your eyes forward so you don't leave any regrets behind. This is just one small step on your amazing journey. Your amazing digital journey. Shinri squeezes your hand and smiles at you. Make Tempest glow, Shinri. You bet. Comet, it's not just me, right? They could at least pretend to have some decency, right?
Shinri, please help my buttons.
I feel like it's a common sense thing, but maybe my upbringing was really different. Is this one mine? This one's mine, right?
It's probably this one, right?
But normally, you would at least close the door if you're going to change, right?
Hey, that's my shirt, Axel. Why are you jumping on the floor?
Please tell me, Comet. Am I the weird one here? Do you want to take a quick break? We can come look for you when we're done. Yeah, I think I will. Thanks, Shinri. You stand up and walk determinedly toward the open doorway. Huh? Where are you going, Mike?
Idle meeting.
You quickly leave before any other questions can be asked and close the door firmly behind you. Phew. You realize you had accidentally brought Comet with you. You glance up and down the hallway, but it's thankfully empty. Shall we go outside? Comet bobs its head happily, so you carefully carry the small creature outside. Keep my twitchy fingers. Okay. The warmth of the summer sunlight lingers, but a cool evening breeze brushes over your skin. You take a deep breath of fresh air, enjoying the smell of the nearby summer garden. The trees rustle as another breeze sweeps by, a quiet and calm greeting after the noisy classroom. Comet chirps happily and flutters its wings, happy to be outside. For a moment, you wonder if it's time to say goodbye, but the creature hops onto your shoulder with another chirp. It's time to say goodbye. You gently stroke its soft feathers. Are you having fun?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Who is this? That was a good question. You jump and yell at the unexpected voice. You swing around to see who it is, Comet swings flapping for balance.
Well, are you having fun?
Dean Noir. Dean Vesper, I mean...
Relax, Mike. I spotted you while walking, so I thought I might as well take the opportunity to give you my greetings.
Oh, well, I mean, yes, I think it's been an experience.
That's good.
He peers at your shoulder.
So that's where Aquilus went. I was wondering what kind of trouble he had gotten himself into this time.
Huh? You know Comet?
Comet?
He lets out a jovial laugh.
What an appropriate name. Yes, I suppose you could say I know him.
He straightens to give you a keen look, then smiles.
Anyway, I just wanted to say, we're already in its second half, but this camp is for you as much as it is for your team. Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
Thank you. Actually, you had been so busy taking care of the group that you had indeed forgotten that you were here to learn as well. But what exactly had you learned the past few days? The dean looks at you with a slight smile as if reading your thoughts.
Excuse me. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to think too hard about it. If there's anything that you've gained, musically or otherwise, then I would consider your time here a success. With that, I think I will leave you to your walk. If you need any help, feel free to let me know. Good night.
He's gone and as abruptly as he appeared, leaving you to mull over his words. Is there something I've gained? Mike, there you are! Oh, Shinri. You're sure to find Shinri waving at you. His long strides carry him quickly to your side and he gives you a casual smile. I was looking for you. It's a good thing I spotted you from the window. I'm sorry, I wanted to give Comet some fresh air. I should have mentioned it to you before I left. No worries, I found you pretty quickly. But hey, are you okay? It was probably kind of overwhelming in the classroom. Don't worry about it, I just wanted to give everyone some space to change. As long as you're sure, I'd hate for you to feel uncomfortable. It was more awkward than uncomfortable, but no harm done, really. Well, if you're sure, shall we go back inside then? Everyone's waiting for you.
Mike, we were looking for you.
Or not. Yo, why are you outside? It's hot out here, man. The breeze out here is so nice. Should we finish the rest of our meeting in the yard? Ew, fresh air. Let's get back inside, quickly.
Hey, Mike, we're done.
You can't help but laugh at the sight of all the boys noisily running over and clustering around you and Comet. Have you all finished trying on your outfits?
Yep, I also noted down some adjustments to make. The performance is going to be amazing.
Their excitement is infectious, and you grin happily at them. That's great to hear. Should we do a quick practice then? You all walk back to the building as a group, boisterous chatter echoing across the campus grounds. You're not sure what exactly you've gained from this camp, but at the very least you think that you'll remember these moments for a long time.
Excuse me. Water.
Wow, that went really well. You're really looking forward to tomorrow's concert. You feel happy knowing the boys are heading into tomorrow's dress rehearsal and You feel happy knowing the boys are heading into tomorrow's dress rehearsal and concert full of confidence and reassurance. You lay out your pajamas and get together your things for one last trip to the shared bathroom. You've really been having a wonderful time with Shinri at this camp, and you'll definitely be sad when camp is over. Maybe you could talk with him about it, but you don't want to interfere with those pre-concert emotions.
I'm yawning.
Maybe after the concert would be a good time to chat. You'll have to wait and see. Heading back from the bathroom, you place your items on your nightstand, set your alarm, switch off the lights, and head to sleep. 6th day. You awaken to the sound of birdsong and the light glinting off the window panes. Today looks like a perfect day for the concert. You feel confident about the coming dress rehearsal and show. You contemplate for a bit in bed and then decide to go. You gotta get your brekkie on the concert day. You will die. You hear the mechanical chirps of some type of machine as you approach the cafeteria line and smell the sweet scent of cooking batter. Could this be what you think it is? Chef Magni nods your way as you slowly make your way up to his position at the counter. Then turns behind him to manage several machines, the source of the mechanical chirping. He grabs something out of 2 machines with tongs, then adds batter and uses a handle to flip the irons. You can't help but squeal. Waffles! My favorite! Yeah, we like waffles. Magni turns around, pleased, and places the 2 waffles on separate plates. But of course, kiddo, nothing but the best for concert day. Now, would you like butter and maple syrup, berries and whipped cream, or half of each? Oh. I like both sets of toppings hungrily and decide to ask for... I've been really into whipped cream waffles lately. It's so good. Magni gives you 2 big thumbs up and prepares your hot, fresh waffle. Have a great concert day, kiddo. He looks like he's about to say something else when the next 2 waffle irons chirp. As Chef Magni turns to handle the next round of waffles, you head out into the eating area. You see your group, Idle Team C, Tempest, all sitting together at the same table. It looks like they saved a seat for you as well. You decide to sit with the team. You slide into the seat that they left for you and start to dig in. This must be the quietest meal you've had in the entire week. Even Axel and Bettel are unusually quiet. You glance at Bettel, who's carefully examining his strawberries with a deep frown. Well, his quiet might be due to something else. Frankly, you've given up on trying to imagine what's going through his head. Axel, on the other hand, has a bottle of honey and is carefully drawing something on his plate. The image slowly reveals itself, and you decide that it's time to take action. Okay, I think that's enough. You sweep the bottle out of his hands and pass it down the table out of Axel's reach. He looks like he's about to cry. Hey, I was almost done! That's exactly why I grabbed it. You then turn to Altair and push his plate toward him. Even if you aren't hungry, you should at least have a few bites while it's warm. It's pretty good. Perhaps sensing what was afoot, Shinri nudges Haka. Want more strawberries? Haka perks up at the offer. Yes, please! I'm gonna get some more for the table then. Anyone else? He takes a quick count and then heads off to the counter. After a moment, Chef Magni's voice can be heard clearly from where your group sits. Without cream? Are you out of your mind? You can't help but giggle at the pure outrage, and some of the boys grin with you. You don't need cream for these ones, they're so sweet. I don't know, man. Aren't strawberries kinda overrated? Haka sniffs, looking offended. You don't understand at all. You don't understand at all. Okay, but like, why all the black bits? His outburst finally makes you realize why he had been so quiet this whole time. You have to stifle a laugh at his offended expression. Is that what's been bothering you? Those are the seeds, Bettel. Shinri places a bowl of strawberries on the table alongside a small pitcher of cream on the side before sliding back into his seat. Haka immediately helps himself, clearly happy with today's breakfast. Did you know strawberries are actually less sweet than other fruits? They emit a particular smell to make you think that they're more sweet than they actually are. What? Yeah, that can't be real. Sweet things are just sweet. Why would the smell make it any different? You can look it up if you don't believe me. Here, Flayon. He slides the bowl closer to Flayon, who promptly spoons some strawberries onto his plate. Thanks. Make sure you don't have too much cream, though. Dress rehearsal is right after this. Right. Thanks for the reminder. The atmosphere feels more relaxed now, and a small sigh of relief escapes your lips. Flayon gives you a subtle wink as if he was aware of your somewhat clumsy efforts to ease attention. Speaking of which, I got some extra bottles of water for practice. I should go grab them before I forget. As if on cue, you hear the bell warning you of the remaining time. You guys go ahead and get ready for dress rehearsal. I got the dishes. Are you sure? Yep, I'll see you in the concert hall. Thanks. Spurred into action, the group slowly makes their way out of the dining hall, their chatter adding to the sudden spike in noise. You smile a little as you stack the plates. The week had been kind of hectic, but you're positive that the day will be a good one for everyone. You join the team backstage, hoping to support them as much as you can. You have to shush them frequently so that they can listen to instructions, but you are gratified to see that their energy and confidence are both high. The audience seems to be empty except for other team leads and the professors, but they still seem determined to give the dress rehearsal their best. Need water. All of the groups take their turns on the stage, some of them repeating their entrances and exits a few times, while others have to wait patiently for audio or lighting corrections. You watch them together, some of the boys excitedly pointing out ideas or particularly good parts. When you realize that it will be your turn soon, you quietly gather them together. Okay guys, it's just dress rehearsal, but let's pretend it's the real deal. My twitchy fingers keep happening. Yep, and? Don't be too nervous, mistakes are fine. Exactly, and remember, if you forget a part, take a breath, reset, keep going. You all break out into quiet laughter as they repeat your litany of advice back at you word for word. I'm glad you were listening. I'll make your groups up in a moment. You nod and turn back to everyone. Okay, time to line up. You got this, guys. You give each of them a fist bump as they pass by you before jogging over to their spots on stage. The music starts and you hover anxiously at the side of the stage, mentally taking notes as they run through their song. Even though you've been with them every step of the way, you still feel impressed at how good they are with just a week of practice. You feel somewhat torn. With the dress rehearsal already at hand, you realize this week is coming to a close. Although you had been nervous in your role as a team leader, your group members had somehow made the task less daunting with their cheerful smiles and unquestioning acceptance. Your eagerness to learn made you want to do as much as possible. Their eagerness to learn made you want to do as much as you could for them, and seeing them on stage made you feel a swell of pride at what they had accomplished in a week. Whatever happens, you hope that tonight's performance will be a night that everyone in your group will look back on fondly. After that dress rehearsal, it's definitely time for some food. You head to the cafeteria, take a tray, and get in line. Chef Magni is humming to himself as he pours, chops, and flips various things in his workspace. As you approach, he looks up, gives you finger guns, and gestures to your tray. Hey, kiddo, heard your idols are the hottest group on the block. Let's carry that momentum through the concert. I just noticed he has a hat that says "Fish want me, women fear me." That's great. Here, have some chicken noodle soup and a grilled cheese sandwich to relax and celebrate. He prepares your tray, first pouring the hot soup into a bowl, then flipping a grilled cheese sandwich fresh off the griddle and onto a plate. He cuts it in half with panache, revealing the gooey cheese inside. Oh, gooey cheese, oh. Never say Chef Magni doesn't know how to maximize lunch potential. He waves you off, then turns to the next person in line. You take your tray and walk into the seating area. Again, you see all of your boys sitting together and having some type of no doubt deep discussion about the coming concert. They've left open a seat for you right in the middle of one side. You decide to sit with them. The discussions pause a moment when you sit down, so you make a vague gesture for them to continue. I didn't mean to interrupt. It's fine, we were just talking about the dress rehearsal. You are hit with an intense feeling of deja vu. Are you guys nervous?
A little bit. I mean, wouldn't you be? I think everyone's just anxious to do their very best. Probably.
I messed up a little during dress rehearsals. What if I do the same thing in front of everyone? Haka's sentiment seems to be reflected in some of the others. I mean, there were a few hiccups here and there, but overall, I think you guys did great. I hate rehearsals. Now I feel like I've lost my vibe entirely for the show. Axel waves a hand, catching everyone's attention. Okay, but hear me out, guys. We've been working all week for this, so we just need to do what we practice, right? And besides, well, I don't know how to say this, but I don't have that much longer. Huh? He places a hand dramatically on his chest and gives a slow, solemn nod. That's right, it's the truth. I might as well come out and say it. I'm going to be leaving camp tomorrow. I know, it's sad, but... Altair says nothing, just silently cuts Axel off by punching him in the arm. Ow, what was that for? I was just having a little hee-hee-ha-ha. Everyone was looking so worried, man. But, like, there seriously ain't much about it. We just gotta go out and do our best, right? A blush is so distracting for me. Yeah, I know you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I'm assuming this is the dean. Excellently said! A booming voice makes you all flinch, and you all turn to see Dean Noir towering over the table, looking rather impressive as he looks down at Axel. You've all been doing excellently this entire week. There's no reason to doubt yourselves now. Right? Just go balls to the walls and let's go ow, ow, ow. This time it was the dean who cut him off by grabbing his ear. Axel's such an idiot. Why do I want him? I don't know either. That confounds me. From your position, it's clear that he wasn't putting that much force in it, but it was enough to make Axel shut up and visibly wince. This sad little puppy dog face. Hey, what's with all the abuse today, man? Don't make me drag you off for a special course. Course? Is it free? Naturally. Perhaps it's the jovial tone of his voice, but something about his response makes Axel squint suspiciously. Wait, what's the course about? How to do your taxes. Well, you know, I think I'm busy anyway, so I'm just gonna have to pass. You can't help but break into a giggle at their conversation, and the air around the table almost visibly relaxes, the tension unwinding with their playful back and forth. From across the table, you see Altair give you a small wink and a little bit of an... Before you can say anything in reply, another familiar figure appears. Any extras for the table? You jump in your... Yeah, I guess right. You jump in your seat again at the unexpected voice and see Chef Magni appear next to your table with several plates of food. If you want to fuel your performance, now's the time. No, nothing like a good meal to give yourself some legs to stand on. Don't eat yourself sick, though. I ain't cleaning up your puke from the stage. His cheerful vigor makes you unwind completely, and your frazzled nerves dissipate. Can we take some to go? Of course. Come to the counter afterwards, and I'll grab some takeout boxes for you. But don't forget about the after party. We've got some special yummies prepared. Hell yeah, free food! The boys chatter with renewed energy, and you smile as you finish your food. You take a deep breath before you enter the prep room. Are they nervous? Should you say something? Maybe give them encouragement? A tumble of thoughts and half-prepared speeches run through your head as you push the door open. Before you can say anything, you are greeted by a strange sight. All of them are in a semicircle, arms on each other's shoulders and heads stuck together. When the door opens, they turn to you. There you are! As the door closes behind you, you open your mouth to ask what's going on. Before you can say anything, both Betel and Shinri grab your shoulders to pull you in. And handsome. Whoa! They steer you into a circle and everyone ducks their heads into the T model. All together now. T-E-M-P-U-S. Axel continues the end of S-S-Y. Go Tempest! Because you're taken completely by surprise, you are a ragged step behind, but you can't help but laugh along with them at the impromptu group cheer. Every single one of them looked ready for action, and at that moment you decide that no words needed to be said. This is enough. They are enough, exactly as they are. Looks like I don't need to say anything to you guys. Shall we head out? Yeah! Buoyed by their excitement, you lead them out of the prep room. The music grows louder as you head up the steps into the stage wings, and the floor shakes slightly from the booming beat of the current group. As your group approaches, you can see the current performers from the side as they sing their hearts out to the cheering audience. You recognize them as the second to last group. Your own group is last, which means they have the nerve-wracking honor of closing the evening's performance. You hover as they take their positions in the stage wing, wincing a little when it looks like Betel almost trips over his own feet. You aren't even going to be performing with them, but the reality of the stage you are standing on sets in, and the cheering of the audience makes your heart leap into your mouth. For some reason, you feel more nervous for them than for your own performances. They had worked really hard all week, and for good or for ill, this would be the culmination of their efforts. We really hope it goes well. As he passes by, Shinri pauses briefly and gives your head a reassuring pat. Almost at the same time, Flayon gives you a one-armed hug before he hurries after the others. You can't help but smile at their wordless encouragement and watch as they line up with the rest of the group. As if sensing your gaze, Haka looks over you, then nudges Axel, who is standing next to him. They both grin as Haka waves and Axel gives you a peace sign. You wave back, catching the attention of Betel and Altair, who for some reason simultaneously decide to make silly faces at you. Seeing what was happening, the rest start joining in, and you have to stifle a snort of laughter. Some of the stage helpers start looking at your group curiously, so you flap your hands at them. Focus, focus, and back away so you're out of their line of sight. Underneath all the noise, you somehow hear a familiar chirp, and look up to find a familiar creature perched on a nearby light fixture. Comet? You reach out a hand, and Comet immediately flies down to you, chirping sweetly and rubbing his head on your cheek as you cuddle in. Wanna watch them together? He chirps smugly and hops to his little face. He chirps smugly and hops to your shoulder, making you giggle. You're right, you're part of the group too, so you should definitely be here. I burped. Why did I burp? The previous group wraps up their performance to loud applause, pulling your attention. You watch, heart pounding, as they exit through the other side, and your group heads to the center of the stage, grinning broadly as they position themselves. And for our final performance, we have Group Tempest! Everyone claps politely and quiets down in anticipation. It feels like the room takes a breath, then the music starts and the group explodes into song. Watching their performance seems to wipe away all of your worries. This is cute. And you're about to fall the fuck over. Your heart swells with pride and you can't help but cheer along with everyone else as the boys pump up the audience. Your tumble of thoughts fade into the background and your entire world narrows in on the stage before you. The day you met them, you had been so nervous, and it had felt like you had no idea if you were doing any good for them as a group lead. But seeing them so confident and in sync with each other now makes it feel like your anxieties were just a far-off dream. An illusion that hid a world of joy that you finally experienced when you dug through and connected to each and every one of the members of Tempest, mostly Shinri. Their cuteness. They all have such cuteness. The song is all too short. It comes to an end amidst loud cheers, and they wave vigorously as they walk off stage to the other side. The boys! Axel and Flayon even pop their heads around the side to give one last wave to everyone amidst cheers. Doing the SpongeBob thing where they start sticking their legs and arms out so people cheer. It's silly, you know it's silly, but you have to wipe your eyes a little and take a deep breath to calm your racing heart. It was over so fast. The music continues playing in a loop, but over it you can hear the dean congratulating everyone for their efforts. It is only when all of the groups noisily troop back on stage for the final lineup that your attention is pulled back. The audience erupts into cheers again, and, caught up in the energy of the moment, you cheer as loud as you can as well. Woo! Group Tempest in front and center, but for some reason they all turn to the wing where you stand. Thank you, Mike! You jump in surprise as the boys yell your name together. Flayon and Altair both run over and drag you, protesting to where everyone else is. Nope. Did I miss anything, or did it just take a second to load? Hold on. No, we're good. As you stumble onto the stage, Comet, unfazed by the excitement, takes off and flies over to the boys. Wings fluttering as he hovers over each of them before finally landing on your shoulder again with happy cheeps. Cheep cheep. You somehow find yourself square in the center of the stage, red-faced and blushing as everyone in the audience laughs at your group's spontaneity with cheers and applause. Dean Noir leads everyone in a final round of acknowledgements, followed by a brief slew of announcements, thank yous, and hopes to see you next times. He wraps it up soon enough, though, and urges everyone to head to the banquet outside. Your group's excitement is infectious, and you find yourself grinning at their antics as they follow everyone to the exit. Just as you're about to leave, Comet chirps, and someone pats your shoulder, catching your attention. Mike, do you have a moment? Oh, yes, sure. You both pause at the threshold to the exit. The music had wound down, and almost everyone had left the stage. With only the chatter of the lingering audience in the background, you finally feel like you can hear yourself properly. Comet flutters to Dean Noir, who takes a moment to pat his head before addressing you. I won't keep you long. I just wanted to express my gratitude for your work this week. Caught by surprise at the unexpected words of praise, you flounder for words. Oh, I mean, I didn't do much. The boys were the ones who worked really hard, and I was just kind of cheering from the sidelines, and they didn't even really need me all that much, so, you know. He laughs heartily as you babble in embarrassment. Ha ha ha, yes, they did work hard, but it was also thanks to your support that they were able to make the most of this week. I spoke to a few of them, and they all thanked me for placing you in their group. Don't discredit yourself. For a moment, you are somewhat at a loss. To be honest, I did what I could. Even though it ended up being a success in the end, maybe there was more that I could have done to support them. So I'm not sure if it was enough, but I think that I did everything that I could. He gives you a kind smile as you voice your conclusion. I think that's a reasonable feeling to have. Just remember that we are only human. What we can do as one person ultimately has its limits. So if you think you did what you could, that's all anyone could ever ask of you. Aside from your experience as a musician, you helped bring them together, and having someone to work with and for them was definitely a huge part of their success tonight. So you should be proud of yourself. You mull over his words, letting them sink in, then find yourself smiling at him. Thank you for bringing me into the program, Dean Noir. I know you made an exception for me, and, well, it was a week I won't forget. He pats your shoulder approvingly. That's the spirit. Anyway, I just wanted to personally thank you for all that you did this week. Now go enjoy the banquet. You deserve the break. You don't need a second invitation. You take off at a jog, eager to find your group and the food. You are happy and somewhat relieved that the boys had a great concert. You wait around a bit after the concert, then head out to the hallway as the camp staff empty the theater so everyone can prepare for the banquet and dance. While you mill around with the crowd, you vibe on their energy. So many exciting shows by so many idols. It was so much fun. Bumping around in the crowd, you eventually find each of your boys and congratulate them or give them a high five to celebrate. Once you've gathered them all, you give a little congratulatory speech. Thanks for doing your best and being superlative idols. The show was amazing and everyone loved it. And you. Now let's take a break from your big idol dreams and enjoy the party tonight. You dismiss everyone, shaking their hands one by one. Soon after, the doors open onto the college green for the banquet and dance. I need water. There's so much talking. You shuffle out onto the green with the crowd, taking in the ambience. You can see Chef Magni standing at one of the serving tables, slicing up a positively magnificent prime rib roast. Other tables Other tables are full of heated silver serving trays, plates full of appetizers, a salad bar, and there's even a fancy dessert table with those little tiered trays full of delicate pastries. You look for the food line and join it, moving inch by inch with the jostling group of performers and camp staff. Everyone is still in their concert outfits, and the performers stand out like beautiful peacocks among the support staff. You join Shinri, who is sampling various foods from the serving tables. Congratulations on the concert, your dancing was awesome. Shinri smiles at you, a proud look on his face. Thanks, Mike. I've already got some fans. I know, so many people were impressed by your dancing. I'm going to hit the dance floor later after eating. Want to test out what you've learned in dance class? A smirk appears on his face as he gazes at the dance floor. Who knows, maybe I can be your slow dance partner. I don't think it's that kind of school dance. Memories flood back to you at the one school dance you attended in your high school life, the winter formal. It was only for the higher grades, and yet there wasn't a lot of formal dancing going on. You do recall the supervising teachers would always make sure nothing got too out of hand, but there were always people that slipped through the cracks. But who do you think would try some risque moves out there, Axel? I put Axel or Haka. Axel was trying to impress some college girls earlier. Shinri leans forward, the teasing tone evident in his voice. Or it could be me. My hips don't lie. I won't deny. Your face is on fire. I'm not a very good dancer, you know. I can lead. I'm a good and patient teacher. What if we get caught? Why would we get caught? I'm just teaching you some dance moves. Oh. You turn back to your food, hoping to bring your heart rate back down. Shinri chuckles, a mischievous glint in his eyes. They certainly went all out on the food, don't you think? It's amazing. I've never had beef this good in my life. You think if we become stars, we'll have food like this every night? I'm certain there's a lot of work we'll have to do every day, too. Shinri's so forward help. He is. He genuinely is. Yeah, being a star is tough. Still, I'm glad I met you. I'm glad I met you, too. This camp has been fun, hasn't it? Hard to believe it's almost over. I almost wish it could have been another week. I think we'd all get sick of each other by the end, though. What do you mean? All of you are really fun. I don't think anyone has seen each other's annoying sides yet. I heard you snore. Shinri chuckles, taking a sip of his black coffee. Must have been the wind outside. Were you watching me sleep? I was going to swat you with a pillow. Pillow fight could be fun. I don't play fair at battle, however. Your heart leaps in your throat. You're saying weird things again. What? I could distract you by pointing out a UFO. Or tell you the teachers are coming down the hall. Somehow, I don't believe you. I've had pillow fights on school trips all the time. This man. Just ask Kaka. If I had a pillow right here, I'd throw it at you. Shinri just laughs and shakes his head. You always keep me in line. That's why I'm the leader of Tempest, after all. You led us well. You know you should grab Shinri's hand and lead him to the dance floor, but your feet feel rooted to the spot. You don't want to lose Shinri in the crowd of people. You don't want to lose him at all. Emotion gnaws at your stomach. You're being silly. This is just a little summer romance, a fling. Wait, could you even call it romance? By the time you both go back to school in the fall, you'll forget all about this. Besides, the two of you don't catch feelings easily. You don't know if he even feels the same way. And yet, there's a desire to know more. To eat more meals with him, to spend time studying in the library with him, to even do housework with him. These are not traditional romantic thoughts, but they all have one thing in common. You want to be with him.
Pretty romantic. It doesn't gotta be fucking give him chocolate and flowers all the time.
What's the quote? It's like, I hope in there's another universe where we just do like laundry together. What is the everything everywhere all at once quote? Fuck. That's romantic as fuck. A shout from Magni about fireworks jolts you out of your thoughts. Shinri smiles at you, his eyes concerned. In another life, I would have really liked doing laundry with you. That one, thank you. Something wrong, Mike? You take a deep breath. Can I watch the fireworks with you? I don't want this night to end yet. I'll find a good spot away from the crowd. Follow me. Fireworks. What a pretty. He gets up and takes your hand, leading you away from the crowd. You look down in surprise. Sorry, it's just that the crowd's pretty big and I don't want you to get lost. The two of you finally find a quiet spot on the green. Fireworks, huh? Reminds me of summer festivals back in Xenokuni. Does mean the festival is over, right? Words seem to thud in your chest, get stuck in your throat. Just say your feelings, damn it. Now you understand how the characters in romance media feel, but your feelings are not romantic at all, are they? Yeah, but the beauty of a moment outweighs the sadness of the ending. Kinda like the sakura trees, come to think of it. Oh, I almost forgot. You can use me as a heater. I wouldn't want you to get sick. It's summer, it's not that cold. You can catch colds in the summer, you know. You shuffle over closer to Shinri, who puts his arm around you. Oh. In Xenokuni, couples confess their feelings under the fireworks. Oh. The fireworks finale begins just as Shinri whispers something in your ear. The booms are deafening. What did you say? A little message from me. Shinri laughs as you whisper something back, the words dying in the noise. Somehow you know what the other is saying. It's a promise to always be by each other's side, no matter the distance. This is cute. With your ears still ringing from the fireworks show, you lay out your pajamas and take a few deep breaths to calm yourself. Everything was so exciting that it's going to be difficult to sleep tonight. If you had left me and Hawker crying in each other's arms. You had such a wonderful night tonight with Shinri that my twitching. You had such a wonderful night tonight with Shinri that you're sure you'll remember it forever. You put a hand to your chest and grin happily. You slowly put on your pajamas, then take your bathroom gear and head down the hall to brush your teeth. When you return, you turn off the light, set your alarm, and head off to sleep. Dawn of the final day, 24 hours remain. You wake up to yet another sunny day. Then it hits you. The concert, last night, everything. Camp is over. Now you're just chilling. You roll over in bed and sigh a little, willing it not to end, but ultimately you know that you have no choice but to pack up and prepare to leave. You yawn and stretch, willing yourself awake. You make the bed, no reason not to be polite after all, head to the bathroom to brush your teeth, and then come back and get down to work. You carefully sort your clothes, fold them, and place them back in your suitcase. You leave the last set of clothing out and get dressed for the day, then fold up your pajamas and place them in the suitcase as well. You pile up your documents from camp and slide them into the inner front pocket of your suitcase. You pause to glance over your camp folder one last time. You sit down and look over your music, then place that with the camp documents in the inner front pocket. You then open your guitar case to check on your guitar. You take it out, tune it, play a few bars, place it back in its case. As you're starting to think about heading out, you hear a knock on your door. It's Shinri! Good morning. Good timing, Mike. I'll give this to you. Shinri hands you a piece of paper with his email address and cell phone number on it. Oh, we're gonna email! Wait, cute! I forgot people use cell phones more often in Xenokuni. Yeah, I guess Utopia takes a while to catch up. I have a feeling it won't be long, though. Aren't you worried that the time difference will affect your studying? No, I can always reply to emails whenever. I want to hear all about that conservatory of yours. I'm planning to study hard back at school, too. I might even apply to the University of Elysium. There's a chance we might see each other in person again? Never say never. Who knows, I might even see you on TV. In that case, I'll tell everybody that my first date was with a boy who wanted to see a ghost. Shinri laughs, patting you on the shoulder. I'm sure I'll see many more ghosts in the future. Just don't join any weird cults, okay? Not even if they Not even if they worship cool monsters. I'll try, but no promises. Shinri takes your hand as he talks, his fingers rubbing gently. The upcoming school term will be busy. Yeah, I bet those exams are tough. You just gotta take it one day at a time. I just hope it'll all be worth it in the end. It will be. You're Shinri, after all. Just be careful of those corruption beasts. You give him a hug, feeling his warmth one last time. We'll meet again someday, right? It's a promise. Till then, there's always email. The two of you part ways with a friendly smile and wave. From an outsider's perspective, it seems the two of you are just good friends. However, you know that you and Shinri have a bond that can last over distances. You understand each other's dreams. Oh, it just cuts off there. Okay, yay! I thought there'd be a credits crawl or something, it just kind of stops. Yay. That was fun. Oh, I gotta stretch and drink some water. Oh my god. It was nearly 3 hours of just like talking to myself. Cute. Yay. Yay, cute. God. Yeah, I think I'm ready to end stream soon. His route is very mature. Yeah, it fits him. And this timeline battle is now accidentally getting on the wrong train, yeah. And losing all of his luggage. Thoughts on the route? It was cute. I don't know. I didn't see that much of Haka's, but like, I feel like I tend to go for the guys who get the routes that are like less romantic, I guess, which is fine, but also like, you know, because I played that fucking the Catboy game Nekopara. My favorite guy was the one where you get like the friend zone route basically. It's like, oh, okay, sure, okay. Like, I think I just got bad luck. It was very nice. It was cute though. It fit him. It fits him. I think it's good. Good stuff. Shinri's was pretty explicitly romantic compared to Bettle's and Axel's TBH. Bettle, you had the fucking scene under the desk where you had like accidentally pinned him to the side of the desk. Like, come on. I gotta keep smooch at least. I didn't see Axel, so I don't know what's up in there. I'm gonna go to the Just Me screen and just keep the music on. Yeah. He was a menace? Yeah, that tracks. That tracks. You know, Haka just pressed foreheads while slow dancing and cried because we're gonna miss each other. Yeah, that's some gay shit. That's some gay romantic shit. It was very homosexual of them. True. I'm a bit tired. Not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna end soon. I think I am just gonna end soon. Let me see who's up. Actually, are there y'all streaming today? Like later? Or should I just find someone else to raid? I voice acted twice. Oh yeah, last night. 2 days in a row voice acting. You're chilling? No, you're chilling? Okay, let me go back. Get to the raid browser. Alfred streaming art. Dollop is rating. Oh, Dollop rating strong. Oh my god, wait, it's Dollop and Penny and Skull and Socks. I didn't know they were already doing a sequel to that stream. Oh no, wait, last time it was fast food orders. This is struggle meals. That's exciting. I think I'm gonna raid Dollop. Yeah, we're gonna breed into Dollop. We're getting tired, true. I did voice the man, the myth, the legend, Liam last night. But yeah, Dollop's cool. She's got a cool, relatively recent 2.0 model, I think a month or two ago. It looks really nice. Her girlfriend Penny, and their friends Skull Barber and Socks are rating people's struggle meals apparently. So that should be fun. The four of them did a stream before where they were rating people's fast food orders, and that one was really fun. So I'm assuming it sounds like this one's gonna be really fun as well. So okay, go be nice to Dollop, cause she's chill. And I'll see you guys sometime this next week. We need to work on the we're still working on the Discord. I want to try to have it done by like next week. I think this weekend we'll have time to work on it. You're welcome for stream. Thank you for showing up, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Had a fun time. Okay. Goodbye, everybody.